It's called Smut. Give me smut and nothing but a dirty novel I can't shut.
Okay, let me pull up my list of things that we can talk about.
We can't talk about anything that's not on Emily's list.
We can't.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I mean, actually, I do have one that is we can all talk about. So, I'm happy that Kim's here, and I'm happy that I know it doesn't sound like it, but I'm happy you're here. And we host bingo together.
What?
Right.
And last week, I heard a really good petty bingo gossip that I wanted to share.
Was it about bingo?
No.
Okay, go on.
She learned it at bingo.
I learned it
at bingo.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I thought that it was maybe about it too.
Oh, no,
Anyway, go
no.
on.
And so, like, to earn extra cards, we tell people, we're like, oh, you can tell us some gossip, you can tell us a fun fact, you can do this, da-da-da. And there's a guy who's he's friends with a regular, and we're not going to say his name because I also don't know his name. This was on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
protect his anonymity.
And he goes, I go, give me some tea. He's like, well, I found out that my ex, who like, it was kind of a recent breakup, like within the last couple of months, my ex is still logged into my Peacock account. And I can tell because she's been watching Love Island.
Oh.
And I was like, was it an amicable breakup? He goes, yeah, but it was amicable. And then like within a month, she started dating this other guy, but like bringing him around to things. And I was like, ooh. And he's like kind of flaunting in my face. I was like, yeah, that's not cool. He goes, so I think I'm going to like wait until it's this like finale and then change my password. And I was like, that is so good.
That's
because
amazing.
because
That's
it's
the way
not
to do
like
it.
fully like hurtful. It's just like
No,
it's like petty.
Like
it's
you
petty
said,
in the
it's
best
petty.
way.
Yeah.
It's petty.
So-
That hurts no one, and also like then it's
It's a little bit of revenge.
It's
but
a little bit of revenge. She might
can
not
get
even
her-
pick up on it. but,
Right.
like,
She can get her own
Exactly.
login.
Well, and then we all were debating at the table. We're like, wait, how long does it take for the password to like kick? If you change it, how long does it take to kick someone off or da da da? So we were like, you should look it up and do it the week before, just
Yeah.
in case. But
I think
it triggered.
pretty immediate.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure. It just,
okay,
like, kicks
good.
it
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I don't think
What
for
did it-
everyone at home, good to know.
What did it trigger?
Well, I was gonna say, what's something that maybe you guys have done that's petty?
So it's about sex. Don't listen to this part, Mom. Skip 2 minutes ahead.
No,
idea.
listen to it.
She doesn't. She listens to this podcast, but she doesn't know that I have had sex.
My mom listens.
She doesn't know that.
She's not aware.
Okay.
So,
My mom knows I had sex. Hey, mom.
this was in, I want to say, like maybe freshman year of college. I was still dating my high school boyfriend and was still hanging out with most of my high school friends. And we went to a New Year's party in Detroit.
Okay.
And one of our friends got insanely, secretly, belligerently drunk.
Okay.
And it was like 2 a.m. Everyone had basically planned to drive in and then sleep at this apartment. Everyone at this house party is sleeping. Like people are sleeping on the floor. Like, you know, it's college. It's not the most comfortable. We're like, let's get a couple hours of sleep and then leave. I was completely sober because I was still afraid of drinking at this time. This guy is still up and moving and being obnoxious. And
I feel like I've heard this
I think I
story
may have
before, yeah.
told it. He goes into the bathroom and we just hear this loud crash. And he had somehow, I think, put all of his weight. They had like a sink that was attached to the wall.
Uh-huh.
He put all of his weight on this sink and it fell out of the wall.
Oh my god.
And we
So
were
bad.
Yeah, so bad. The like host was fully asleep, like passed out. We were like, we need to get you the hell out of here.
I begin to pass out. My head hit the floor.
And so we like get him out. He's so belligerent. He like is like, I'm fine. We're like, no, fuck you. We are getting you home. No one wants to deal with you. You're disrupting everyone's day.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't let me drive his car. He was like, I don't like women driving my car.
God.
And I was like,
It sounds like a sink breaker.
oh, he
Classic sink breaker.
at the time it was horrible. And so finally I get his keys. Like my boyfriend at the time, like kind of pushed him up against the car. I was like, give her your keys.
Yeah.
you
Sexy.
asshole.
Hot.
Very. We got him home. We got him home, and then they were like, well, we all need to get home, so we're going to drive your car to get the rest of us home.
Sure.
We get back to my house, my parents' house, and my boyfriend and I go, he was a dick so much all night. We should have sex in the back of his car.
Wow.
So he ended the night by having sex in the back of his car.
Where was he?
He was back home. We dropped him off at home,
Oh,
but we still had his car
and
and
they were-
we all needed to
gotcha.
get home.
Yeah.
And so So we had sex in the back of his car and then dropped it off, and I think left the condom wrapper in the back to be like,
honestly,
fuck
great.
you. Yeah,
You know what?
Great. And you
Yeah.
stain those seats.
Yep. Again, didn't hurt anybody,
No.
but was like, you were a
didn't-
dick.
But it's a little bit of a fuck you to someone.
Yep, we're
Love
gonna be a
it.
dick's back.
Love it.
We
Yep.
love it. I can't think of anything petty that I've ever done because I'm perfect.
Listener, you may have heard a third voice.
Oh, yeah, we
Sorry,
always
didn't
said
mean-
it.
Was I supposed to not
Oh yeah,
talk?
no, you're fine.
Okay.
But
Did I not say your name yet? I thought I did.
No, we haven't. This is
Oh, my
Kim.
bad. Hey, Kim.
Wait, I'm Kim.
Kim, introduce yourself.
I am Kim
Grossman.
Gross. Oh, am I supposed to give
Well,
my
do you-
whole legal name?
If you're comfortable with it.
Do you
It's
want
okay.
people to
I'm-
know you're
well,
on
she already
this?
did it. No, it's Kim. I am Kim Grossman, and I am a friend of the pod.
We could beep it out. I'm Kim. Beep. But we're excited to have you on, Kim. You're one of our very close friends. Maybe some would say best friends. Who knows?
One of the besties.
One of the
for
besties.
sure.
One of the besties.
There's only 4. You know who you are. And we had talked. We got drunk at neighborhood bar Platform 47.
Whoa.
You should sponsor us.
Yes.
I know. And we were talking about the podcast, and we were like, "Oh, if you were," I think we were just like, "If you were on it, what would you do?" Or we were talking about kinks.
Was
or
this at my
something.
birthday party? I don't even remember.
No, this was like a random brunch.
Wow.
And
A
we
very
were-
drunk brunch.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
a drunch, if you
the
will.
one you didn't remember.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember my birthday party, which is why I asked if that was what it was.
I know that this was a brunch because you came in late, and
Got
I
it.
was drinking Miller High Life out of a coupe glass.
Oh, I remember
wait,
this
I
one.
the
was there
champagne
for
of
this
beers.
one.
Yes, well,
Yes,
you were
because
because
I
we had asked you, we're like, "What are you into like this?" And you said, "I like breeding kinks."
Okay, I didn't say it like that.
We were drunk. I like breeding.
I
kinks.
actually
I
don't
like
think
it.
I was drinking that day.
I don't remember,
You were
but I
thinking
like
of
breeding
this.
kinks.
but you still said it is the point.
And
You
I
still said it.
believe there was a kismet moment. Jessica and I believe we were sitting next to each other, and we just
were.
looked and
We
were
made
like,
eye
I remember.
contact.
"Oh my god!" And then we kind of did how many episodes? Be like 3. Yeah,
We
could
had a
do 3.
mind meld.
We were like, we're gonna do a
situation.
3
You
episode
guys
arc.
just telepathically talking.
Which I think we spend that much time together that we're like, yeah, we're going to do a 3 episode arc now with Kim Grossman about breeding kinks, and it came to fruition. And
It
this is
did.
episode 1.
And then I think we sober texted you the next day and went, "Hey,
Yeah.
we have a plan. You've signed yourself up
Yeah.
for this."
well, and then we were like, "Is this okay if you talk about this?"
no,
You know.
we didn't ask permission.
And I was
at
like,
all.
no, I'm a woman of the church. And then and then you were like, okay. And then I
Shit.
was like, yeah, just joshing.
Put a scarlet letter on me. Let's talk about this breeding. So we decided we're going to go in depth on breeding kinks, and
Yep.
this is episode 1 of 3.
Yay.
We have split it up into 3 different types.
Yes.
And we'll tell you them right now.
Yeah.
This first episode is going to be about contemporary romance breeding kink. So
Ooh.
nothing like paranormal. It's
Yeah.
going to be a breeding kink in a normal
romance story.
normal romance story.
With
When I
no
say
twist.
yes, when I say contemporary, there's no creatures. It's a boy and a girl, or a girl and a girl, a boy
Yeah.
and a boy, something like that. Where one's a chef, like it's in a modern day or within this
Not-
world. I should
within,
say.
Yeah, within not
Yes.
necessarily modern times, but like human beings.
Yes.
To distinguish itself from our other 2, which are going to be monsters.
Yes, which is episode 2.
Monsters.
Episode 2.
And then 3, we figured we would cover the Omegaverse. I went on the romancegenrespecialist.com.
Ooh.
And they had a whole couple of paragraphs on it, and I kind of boiled it down to breeding kink is getting sexual satisfaction from either the idea of or act of impregnating someone or being impregnated. There are 2 important differences. While some characters love being bred or breeding, others just like talking and acting like they are.
Yeah.
Sadly, there's no term for the latter, the nearest phrase being breeding kink without the goal of pregnancy, which is just a mouthful. And it doesn't really roll off the tongue. So breeding kink kind of encompasses those 2. Breeding kink and the related kink of forced breeding, which again is about characters getting sexual satisfaction from either the idea or actually being bred by force, mostly show up in romance sex scenes. However, some of the books that contain this trope treat it as a true kink in the sense that there is a negotiation of what the characters are and aren't comfortable with. The safe word, they will use safe words, and there will be aftercare as well.
Yep.
Others treat the kink as a biological imperative and a primal need, so it goes under the primal category as well, that the character or characters cannot deny, and some just use it as a way of deepening the sexual tension and sexual gratification in a given sex scene without discussion beforehand or any subplot about the need to breed. So I feel like that second part, or the last part I should say, about like the primal need, like needing it, a biological imperative, that will kind of come into play more in Monsters and Omegaverse.
Yeah, that came up a lot in
Yes.
those. Whereas what I found when I was looking up stuff for this particular episode was that the contemporary, I'm going to use contemporary even though my story is set in the olden times, but we'll use contemporary. The contemporary ones that I found were more like I worship you so much that I feel like we should have a child together, or like it was a little bit more like, it's like a deepening of the
they're
intimacy.
Actually having that child then?
No.
Okay.
Not
that's what I mean.
necessarily, but like I want to show you how much I care about you. I want to show you how much I trust you and you trust me. And so we're going to do this thing together. And I find that very attractive, et cetera, et cetera.
The ones I read or usually read are like the opposite side of that, where it's like a possession thing of like
That too.
I want her so bad. Usually it's a female, and the male perspective is like, I want her so badly. I want her to only be mine. I must breed her so she can stay with me.
That's another big one.
And it's like in a consensual, possessive way.
Yeah, well, I feel like that goes along with like, I want to keep you pregnant so that you can't.
Yeah, but
That's
it's not.
another
It's not
flavor.
like forcing you to be with me. It's like I can't wait. Like, I love you so much. I want me inside of you.
No, yeah, you want to reproduce the thing that you two are together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in that moment, it's never like, I can't wait to have a baby with you. It's like, I can't wait to be inside you forever. You're like, fuck, okay,
Right. Yeah,
So-
and
I
that
feel
was
like it's very rarely ever about actually having a baby.
Yeah. Well, and that's because that's a slightly different kink, which I kept running into and having a hard time with, because I kept thinking like, oh, well, this isn't breeding kink, this is pregnancy kink. And then when I actually read the definitions, I was like, actually, I think breeding kink is the bigger umbrella.
I agree.
And then pregnancy kink is literally being sexually attracted to pregnant people and like the actual state of pregnancy.
It's like you don't want to
It's
fuck
not
them unless they're
pretend.
pregnant.
Exactly. Whereas breeding kink is all
It's
about
the bigger one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the act of doing it and having them be pregnant, not just because they're pregnant.
Right.
But you're the reason
Yeah.
why.
Exactly.
So that's breeding kink research in a nutshell. Is there anything, do you have any questions? Do you have any like comments?
Yeah, do you have a flavor that you
Yeah.
were expecting or that you like?
I mean, not really. You like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that there's I feel like it's all about the pretend, and that it's not a thing that would happen for me. That it's like, I don't actually, I personally as a human don't want to have babies, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, so I feel like that's what is like dangerous about it for me, or something. Like that's what is exciting, is that I'm like, you know, I'll be like, oh yeah, like I want to be pregnant, but like in my head I'm like, I don't. But like in this scenario,
I think
Yeah.
I
I told
can
you about all of the elaborate.
Yes. I think I can equate it to the idea of like, and this isn't my personal kink, but the idea of like getting caught having public sex. It's
Yeah.
the like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the danger of it. It's like, you don't want to be caught, but it's the possibility of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, and I don't think it's the exact same thing, but I think sometimes in dirty talk in a sexual scene, like the dirty talk of, oh, I'm gonna fill you up. I'm gonna put a baby in you. I'm gonna do this. It's like the, I hope not, but that's exciting.
That's
It's like you're like really into this. And
yeah,
I
like
can
you're
tell.
you're so into me that you want to
Yeah.
put a baby in me. That's exciting. I don't want that, but how exciting!
Like in the real world, I don't want that, but in this like,
but in book
improv
world,
scene-
in this improv scene that we're doing right now,
Yep.
that is called sex. Yeah,
in this improv we call sex.
I read so many breeding things.
Are you a little fucked up now?
I'm
More fucked
I'm
up.
tired. I don't think I've ever said that. I'm tired of breeding.
tired.
And it was hard because there's so many things that like if the girl gets pregnant in the middle, or like something like, there was a lot of things happening that I was like, this isn't right. It doesn't feel right. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to tell this story. I don't think Kim's gonna, like, this is kind of dark. There was a lot of darker things. I was like, Kim's not gonna like this.
Oh, I had the same experience. There's a lot of
Yeah.
dark shit, and there were a lot of things that I would be reading, and I'm like, oh, this is Oh, she got pregnant.
Yeah.
That's not what we want. That's not what we
we're
need.
going to, hold on. Everything
what
is
we
coming
want,
up,
not what
Emily.
we need.
So I found this one. There's a few trigger warnings, but I enjoyed it. This
Right.
was a story that I would read on my own. It's not something I loved, but I would be like, yeah, I'd read that.
Okay.
So, trigger warnings: domestic abuse, sex work, murder. Yeah, murder, and like bad abusive parents.
Murder?
Well, I couldn't. I put a question mark on it, and I was
Was
like,
it
I was like, R, and I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely murder. So this is Cruel Dominion by Poppy St. John. It is
What?
350.
Wow.
300.
What a name.
Poppy
What
St.
an author.
I love romance author pen names.
Oh yeah.
Cruel Dominion by Poppy.
Do you know there's an author called S.T. Abby,
Stabby.
and she writes dark, or they. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's a she.
I bet Poppy St. John bullied people in high school though.
I think I'd be friends with Poppy St. John.
That's the name of a popular
I feel
girl.
like I've definitely
Poppy
met
St. John. I feel like
Poppy
this
St.
book
John.
is something I would have also wanted to write when I was in high school. It's not a. It's good. It's
Okay,
not.
I'm so
it's not
excited.
poorly written. I want to put that
cool.
out there.
Great.
Poppy St. John, 335 pages. Came out August 26, 2024. So it's only a year old.
Okay.
And this is a dual POV.
Okay.
Synopsis. Here we go. 6 years ago. So this will jump back 6 years ago and present day.
Okay.
And I will try my damnedest to make sure I say that when
Yeah.
it happens. So 6 years ago, Anna and Carter meet on the beach randomly at 2 a.m.
Of course I do.
Good names, Anna and Carter.
Yep.
Anna
Normal
Carter.
human names.
Normal human names. I can't wait for the next two episodes. They meet on the beach randomly at 2 a.m. They're both upset. They're coming from different ends of the beach, and they just happen to run into each other. He had just been beaten by his drunk father,
Oh my dear Lord.
and she had been slapped by hers after finding out that her father had been funneling money from his charity to his wallet.
This
Ooh.
book does not waste any time.
No.
This part's from Carter's POV. He sees her. He's like, God, she looks kind of well off. He comes from the other side of town, and he's like, she's beautiful. She shouldn't be here at 2 a.m. on the beach by herself. I should make sure she gets home. And she kind of like blurts this out, and that's it.
Okay.
Present day.
Wow.
Anna is coming back home on a bus after escaping from an abusive relationship where her ex also stole her money.
Ugh.
For the past 6
Sorry,
years,
Anna.
she's been in St. Louis working at a upscale cocktail bar, which also is kind of like a titty bar.
Was she a hostess?
Yes. I think she was like a
Bartender.
bartender. Yeah.
Not a stripper.
No, she hadn't been in contact with her family. But she got into this bad situation. She called her father's like aides because he is the governor of California,
Oh my.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now she's on her way home.
Okay.
Her dad is mad, and but she has nowhere else to go, and she's like, I'm just gonna go back, and I guess I'll have to play like the dutiful daughter, like the doll that he dresses up and brings to political events.
And this is the man who slapped her.
Yes, this is her dad,
Okay.
father, papa. And he's kind of like, oh, where the fuck have you been? And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I am glad you're okay, but like, fuck you. And she's like, great, cool, awesome. She's like skin and bones. She goes up to her room. It's still the same. And she just like falls asleep. She wakes up, she takes a shower, and she immediately goes to her phone. And she's like, what's Carter doing? And this is not the first time she has Googled him.
Okay.
We learned that Carter is now a CEO at a big company.
Of course.
But when she knew him, he used to work 2 jobs in high school, and we learned that he broke her heart, but was never abusive. But we don't know why yet. We just know that, like, fuck him. He broke my heart, and he's also the reason I left.
Okay.
Probably
so-
like Notebook vibes, kind of.
Like, yeah. Wait, why did they break up in the Notebook?
She had to. Well, her mom.
Her mom, yeah.
Yeah, her mom like twisted stuff and hid mail from her.
Well, she had to go to. She had to go to
because
college.
he was
She also
hiding-
had to go to college.
She went to
'cause
Sarah
it
Lawrence.
was a summer. Yeah,
True,
it
yes,
was a
yes.
summer.
It was a summer
out, and
romance.
then-
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a summer romance.
Well,
They had to go back because they were rich.
Carter
and he
was
wasn't.
hiding mail from her.
And then the war happened.
And then the war happens. We then go to Carter's POV. Carter is he hires a different escort once a month and has rough sex with them.
Okay.
God.
So he's going to a hotel. The escort
You know
is
what?
like,
sex work is work, and I
yes,
love that for them.
sex workers work. He goes to the hotel. The sex worker, who I believe her name is like Ivana or something. I didn't really catch it. She's not really in the story. Is like trying to give him the girlfriend experience. He's like, I don't want to be touched. No one ever touches him. He basically like handcuffs them with their consent to the bed, and like they have incredible sex. And then he's like, you can go home now. And she's like, you flew me all the way from Prague to do that. And he was like,
Whoa.
yep. She made like $10,000. And
That's
he's like,
a move, Carter.
Wow.
Okay,
he's
Carter.
super duper rich, and he's like, this is all I can do, like, because I still miss Anna. I still think about her all the time. None of them are him. He doesn't even kiss anyone. He doesn't like anyone touching him or kissing
Wow.
him or whatever.
That's
And
love.
he only thinks of Anna.
What a nerd.
What a fucking nerd.
What a nerd.
Back to Anna. She wakes up and her mom comes in and she's so surprised and she bursts into tears because the last time she saw her mom 6 years ago, she was like a drunk. She was the society wife that was not really there. She was on pills and drinking. And her mom comes into her room with a tray of breakfast and is clear-eyed and is also like tearing up because she hasn't seen or heard from her daughter in 6 months. Aww. And it's this lovely reunion for a minute and then her dad walks in and is like, there's a dress hanging for you. We're going to a gala this weekend. And she's like, okay. And she, mind you, is covered in bruises from this. She had escaped, but there's bruises around her neck. There's some on her like lower back.
Oof.
And she is again like skin and bones.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're going to a gala this weekend, so you need to like get pretty. He's like, go get your hair done, go get your skin done, maybe go see a doctor, I guess.
Arnold Schwarzenegger sucks.
Yeah. I feel like we should say this is not based on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I want to put this out there. Femmes Ring Filth is
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Not trying to.
Well, he did cheat on his wife. Did he?
I know nothing.
And he has like a love child.
Oh,
Does he really?
I honestly, maybe I'm making rumors. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that Arnold Schwarzenegger will be okay.
For the
Yeah, I think he'll be
YouTube
fine.
for
I
the
think he'll be
YouTube video,
okay.
can someone just put like a pop-up video bubble and be like, and so she's like, yeah, okay, sounds good. She goes to the hairdresser and she's like, I want to like go darker. I want like a gorgeous head of brown hair. The hairdresser's like, yes. She runs into Summer, an old friend. And Summer's like, where have you been? Like, I heard you were in Malawi, like making houses for homeless people. And she went, yes, that's exactly what I've been doing.
Is that what her dad said?
That's what her dad said. And she's like, okay, like not everyone was bad here. Like I really loved Summer and Summer was like so kind. And she's like, I can't wait to hang out with you again. And Anna's like, yes, absolutely.
Oh, a friend.
We have a friend.
Yep. Very important.
Carter heard the rumor that Anna is back in town because he now runs in these rich people circles.
Sure.
And is at the gala 2 days later trying to find her. He looks up and suddenly she's there. She has walked in with her parents. She has this very high neck like society dress on with a low back. And he's like, this isn't her. This is something she would hate to wear. Like, what the fuck? Her hair is up and coiffed in like a French chignon or something.
Oh, French.
And she is like glued to her dad's side. He happens to like go up and kind of like get her alone. And she's like, why are you talking to me? And they like go over to the bar. And she's like, why are you talking to me? I remember the last time I saw you, you said I was a spoiled brat and you had gotten what you wanted from me.
Carter.
And you hid my mail.
And then the war.
That's implied. That's implied. And he doesn't say.
No, the mom hit the mail. Anyway, go on,
no,
sorry.
in this one, Carter hides the mail. And he's like, that's not true. Like, I mean, it is true, but like, I didn't mean it. And he's like, I've wanted you. And he doesn't say it, but he like wants her so bad. And he's never stopped thinking about her. And he pushed her away when they were younger because he wasn't good enough. And then I wrote, but I also think it had something to do with her dad. We don't know yet. He then like pulls her out to the terrace and she kind of like walks towards the, over balcony.
Yeah.
And he sees her lower back and some bruises that are just not quite hidden by the dress. Ooh. And we have a whole moment of, who hurt you?
Love it.
Which I was like, oh, I love it.
This. Always.
I love it.
Too.
And she storms off because she's like, fuck you. Why do you care? Like, you made it very clear 6
Also
years
valid
ago.
from
Also
her.
valid, yeah. And so he goes home. He talks to his PI. He has a PI.
Of course.
And he's super pissed because the PI has not
Rich
been
people
able.
shit, Kim.
Rich people shit, you get a PI, you get someone.
If I was
Prague.
I would, guys. First of all, we all know my idea of wanting to be a PI when I retire from whatever
Why don't you
I'm
just
doing
be
now.
a PI?
I don't have the money.
What?
I don't have the money.
But that's how
People
you can
pay
make
the-
money.
Yeah, people
that's
pay
a
money.
job.
You need
That's
money
a
to make
career.
money.
That's not.
I don't have
know
the
if you
time to go into
understand
PI school and get my license.
Is that what was that what you don't have the money for?
Yeah. So he talks to his PI, rich people stuff. And he's like, why couldn't you find her for 6 years? He's like, I don't know. And he's pissed. But the PI has dug up now where she has been and who Josh is. We find out that Josh is the ex-boyfriend
Fucking Josh.
who she left. He comes from a well-off family.
Of course.
And he placed a hit on her on the dark web. to bring her back alive. So like a kidnapping.
So many people do so much weird shit on the dark web.
He's put like a bounty on her to get to kidnap her, to bring her back.
Josh.
Carter's like, take it down. PI's like, on it. We got this. And he's like, let's put more men on her. Like, I don't want her to know, but I want her being followed just in case something happens. And then he starts worrying that the bruises were from her dad. But he's like, oh, if Josh is the piece of shit, it must be from him.
Yeah.
He then logs into her phone with spyware ? Kind of glossed over.
Right.
But he's been able to like get in, and he has access to like seeing like screen sharing.
Okay.
So
he can just see everything.
He can see everything. He could also, if he wants, turn on the camera and turn on the microphone, but she'll know. She'll like know if it happens.
Okay.
At least the camera. I think the microphone's still a little more thing. So he turns on the spyware and he can see her screen, and he sees that she is currently looking at pictures of him. She's Googling him.
Ooh.
And the scrolling stops at one picture of him, which is taken like on a yacht. He's like shirtless, whatever. And he's like, God, why'd she stop? He risks it for the biscuit, turns on the microphone, and hears her masturbating to his picture.
Classic.
And then he jerks off because he's like, there's still a chance. And just jerking off to the idea of her jerking off to him.
Yeah,
honestly,
still a chance.
Honestly, I get it.
I find that attractive.
I find spyware attractive.
Don't love that it's like she doesn't know. But
right, I don't love that.
Don't love that part, but like
no, but it's fine. It's all fine.
Yeah, it's
everything's
fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
That night, Anna is
Suspend your disbelief.
That night, Anna is expected at a family dinner, and her dad has invited a possible suitor. She goes down to the table, and she's basically like, hey, he's trying to get you to fuck me, right? And he's like, Anna? Her mom is just silent, like, oh God, like drinking wine. And he's like, she goes, just so you know, I was not in Malawi building houses. I was like at a high-end titty bar pretty much for 6 years. And he's like, Anna. And she's like, so fuck you, fuck this, gotta go. And like,
honestly good.
Yeah, goes out.
Good for Anna.
Leaves out the back door, goes out onto the beach, and that's where she used to go every night. She walks to her spot. It's now dark. No one else is on the beach, and she gets surprised when she hears a voice behind her. And
who could it be?
It's Carter.
Oh,
Carter.
And she's like, what are you doing here? And he goes, you mean at our spot? I now own the house that it's in front of. And she looks back, and there's the mansion that was there.
What a move.
6 years ago. Anna told Carter she didn't want to go to Yale, and instead wanted to go to college around their home and study photography, which she's very good at.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
Well, she didn't want to go to Yale because her dad wanted her to go to Yale.
No, I know. I just like.
And she was like, I want to pursue my passion of photography. And she's like, what if I stayed around here? Because are you going to go to college? And he was like, I don't know. And then he was like, wow, this is great. Present day. Okay. Carter works really hard. And
I love that you wrote that down.
and is lonely in his mansion. That's a true fact I wrote.
Carter works.
He works really hard. He's like a very good worker. He's a worker.
He's a worker.
Much like last episode's thing about the codes.
Yeah.
Kind of glossed over, which I'm fine with.
Just works hard.
He's a hard worker. He does tech. He invested.
Is that what the company is? It's vaguely tech.
It always is.
Tech.
Yeah, correct.
He sold it.
It's not like
Right.
he's a florist.
He sold it. He invested.
I want to hear a book where the man's a florist and he's made millions.
You're already doing breeding. Can you not be so selfish?
Okay, next
one, florist.
Okay, tall order florist.
Honestly, there's probably one.
It's probably something.
And he goes this happens, minutes before the last chapter. He's working really hard. He's lonely in his mansion. He goes out onto the beach to clear his head, and he's happy to see that Anna is there.
Cute.
And he asks her for answers of why she left 6 years ago. And she's like, fuck off. You broke up with me. And he leans in and he's like, I know, but that's still not why. You just up and disappeared. And she's like, fuck you. And then he gets closer, and then they kiss.
Of course they do.
And then they make out hard.
Like a hate makeout.
And he pushes her. Hate out. And he pushes her down on the sand, which leads to one, unrealistic sand eating. So he edges her with his mouth on her vagina. Sorry.
Right.
He eats her out.
There we go.
He edges her with his mouth on her vagina.
Until she tells him because he keeps going, who gave you the bruises? And she's like, you don't deserve to know. And he's like, tell me. That he eats her out. But it's like, it's on the beach. There's no towel.
Yeah, no.
You're worried about the sand?
Yeah. Beach.
Sand in the
Sex
cooch.
never works.
Sand in the cooch. I've never had it. I don't think I want to.
Don't.
I could go for a sand fingering.
I think realistically, though,
I don't like
there
that
would
you're
be
putting sand before that.
Right.
Sand
There would be-
that makes it sound like he's going.
Like,
there might
in
be
the
sand.
sand.
There might be sand in the butthole. There might be sand in the butthole. There's no way it's making its way all the way up.
I
does she
believe
have-
she's wearing a dress, and so
Okay.
he kind of shoved it up. So there's not even like, it's not even like you can take off your pants, lay them down, sit upon them.
But maybe the back of the dress already provides a
Yeah,
level.
I
of
mean-
But if you're
coverage.
pushing it up,
Well, maybe.
Listen,
maybe
Emily,
she
I've
had-
never done
okay,
this.
hold on.
Let's-
I have
let's-
the science.
the
I have-
game
logistics
this out.
I'm a
always get
scientist.
to me.
Okay, so
you're a
she has
scientist.
dress. She has a dress.
Gotcha.
Do we know what kind of dress she's wearing?
I think it's like a blue, like a sheath dress.
sheath?
But I think it's like a
sheath.
like
Is
a
it long?
think political,
It's long,
like a pencil
Okay.
skirt esque type of deal.
Okay, so maybe she had the fabric of like the back underneath her, and he just pulled up the front.
Okay. This
Yeah.
also maybe she did write this in the description, and I didn't write it down.
No, but also I feel like this is a very it's like shower or bathtub sex where it's like very like in the it's like in movies all the time, but like you're
I don't,
like
I don't
it's
mind.
not
I like
gonna-
shower sex.
but like
After I've washed my hair and gotten all the hair out of my butt.
It's never as sexy as they make it though.
Exactly.
That's true. Well, you're
everything.
just-
that's the
Everything
thing.
Emily just said proved that point.
Get the hair out of your butt.
So
There's
she-
always logistics.
so she finally.
There's always logistics.
You're right.
I mean, the number
I'm
of
a
times.
sucker for logistics.
And bathtub sex, that just dries you out.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't say that. I'm more worried about the sloshing of the water and having to clean it up. And
But,
then
like,
what if
it
you
dries
slip
you
getting
out.
out?
That's
that's just a lawsuit.
It's just a lawsuit waiting to
That's just a
happen.
lawsuit waiting to happen.
yeah, slip and fall.
So
Do
and
I have
she
a number for you? All right.
so he edges her until she tells him who gave her the bruises,
Got
and
it.
afterwards and it kind of like the chapter ends, and the next chapter is her being like, "Can't believe I got eaten out by him."
There's so much sand in my vagina now.
Like she's like, "I still hate him, but God, like we were always so
I
good
can't-
together. It's so
I
passionate."
can't believe
believe. Gosh darn it!
I can't believe I slipped and fell in the sand, and he just shoved sand in my vagina.
landed on his mouth. So Anna goes, and she's thinking this.
You got me. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't believe this always
I
happens.
can't believe
Not again.
this always happens. Anytime I go to the beach.
Sorry, go on.
So she's thinking about
I needed
this.
that. Oh.
She's thinking about this the next day while she's on her way to visit Olivia Wu, which is her old
Olivia Wu.
photography teacher,
Okay.
who now owns a gallery. While she's visiting her old photography teacher at the new gallery that she owns, the teacher asks to see some of her work. She's like, "Did you still keep doing it?" And she was like, "I did, but it was like more for me, and I don't even know, but I have rolls and rolls and rolls of film." She's like, "You should develop them, pick your like top 50 and come show them to me, and we can like talk about it, and like if this is something you still want to pursue, like I can try and help you." And she's like, "I got to tell you, I wasn't," because everyone now knows the story of her like building houses in Malawi for 6 years. And she's like, "I want to tell someone that that's not what I was doing." So she confides in her teacher, and she's like, "God, this feels so good." And her teacher's like, "Good for you. Like you're out there living, like, fuck yeah."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, everything feels good. This is
Yeah.
great." So they make a date for next week. Anna goes over the like thousands of photos, picking 50 of them. And they're basically all shots of the women that she worked with at this bar.
Cute.
And it's these like beautiful photos of them getting ready, and it's like real life, and it's like the behind the scenes, and like she remembers all these funny stories about all these women, and it's just like this very like lovely moment. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Carter keeps trying to hunt down Josh. He has gone in the wind, and he's like, "This guy must die. He has bruised my Anna." And the PI's like, "We don't know where he is, but we found like we got to keep doing this."
This sounds
And I'm
like a
"Okay."
bad PI.
I think he's like the best one, but like,
Is it like
it's still not good.
Is it like Steve Buscemi in 30 Rock?
I'm thinking more Gene Parmesan in Arrested Development.
Okay.
It's a me, Gene Parmesan. So We go back the next week. Olivia looks at the collection and she's like, this is really good. This is not the kind of stuff that is shown at this gallery because it has a certain vibe or whatever. And she's like, I'm also newer and this is a very rich town and the rich people don't want this here. But I know galleries that this would be great at. Let me put you in touch with this one artist who I just met. I feel like his style and your style would really hit it off.
Is it Carter?
It's not Carter. This is an artist.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, great. She goes, I don't really know him well, but I think like this would be a good match. And she's like, cool, great. So who can mentor you? After the meeting, Anna walks to the film store that's like 10 minutes away. And as she's doing that, she stops to take pictures of this like old warehouse that she took like a shortcut by the docks.
Right.
Where there's also a warehouse. I don't
That,
know.
you know, that old shortcut by the docks.
Yeah. in
And
California.
as she's doing this, 3 men start to come near her. They corner her and they say they're here to take Annie. Annie is the alias that she was using whilst in St. Louis.
So we know
It's a far cry from Anna, but
Yeah.
yeah. So she's like, oh, fuck. Like, Josh is looking for me. She gets like hog-tied or something. They almost throw her in the back of a car. She is blindfolded when all of a sudden she's dropped and she hears a scuffle.
Ooh.
And she's almost kidnapped when 3 other guys come out of nowhere. One is in like running clothes, one is in like a suit and whatever. And she's like, good Samaritans. And they save her and they're like, you're safe. Please forget you ever saw us. And she's like, oh my God, you guys were all following me. And she goes, did Carter hire you? And he's like, forget you ever saw us, please. and they take the 3 kidnappers and they like go in a car and they run away.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And she is like, she figures out Carter is having her followed by guards and she's pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
The next night, and she doesn't know. I mean, she's like, thank God they were here, but like, the fuck? He shouldn't be. He broke up with me 6 years ago. He broke my heart.
Yeah.
Why is he obsessed with me still? Like, I just want to live my life.
It's an overstep.
That's her thought process.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Kim?
Yeah, I think that this is just another example of men doing too much. It's just
a lot.
I mean-
just a lot. It's just, I mean, like it saved her, but like also
At what cost?
But also it was because of another bad man that she had to be. So anyways, that's what I think.
The next night there's a charity event and Anna is at it as well as Carter. She storms up to him and is like, the fuck, you're having me followed? He's like, we should not talk about this in a room full of people.
I mean,
and
valid.
they go down the hall to like an alcove or something where there's like a red,
'Cause he's
you know.
rich.
Well, I mean, it's not his house. It's like
I'm
they
sorry.
just sneak.
They're at a rich person's house though.
I'm sure. I think they're like at a museum or something.
So many alcoves. In a
So many
museum.
alcoves.
So honestly, a lot of alcohol.
a lot of alcoves.
I would be fucked in a museum. Well,
Yeah.
shit,
In an
sorry.
alcove?
That's going to happen.
Oh,
so,
great.
oh my God, spoilers.
Oh my
Fuck.
god. Oh my god.
They go down the hall.
Ruined it.
They go down the hall to a private area, alcove, where she yells at him. And then and he's like, I need you to be safe. Like, I want you to be safe. I'm sorry. But also, like, there's a bad person after you. And he like kind of puts his hand over her mouth. So he's like, let me tell you this. And then his fingers kind of like go over her lips. And then she kind of opens her mouth. And then she ends up sucking on his fingers.
I don't know. I don't like that. That's where that came from. I like.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
They're
that's
both
hot, but, like,
they're both sexually charged. She opens her mouth to let the fingers in. He does not like pry. It kind of happens.
She takes the fingers.
Okay.
in her
Okay.
I was
that's
gonna
better.
say,
I thought that he was like
Everything
he
is
was
like consensual. I should say.
Yeah.
He was like.
Yeah.
It's
Jab,
no.
jab,
You
jab.
you listen to me. No, I should say like from this point on. I mean, even
I just like also don't love that he covered her mouth. But
even the
whatever.
sand eating out, like everything is consensual sexually.
Sure.
She hates him, but she still wants him.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, yeah.
We've all been there.
I just
We've
like
all been there.
boy, oh boy, we've been there. So it turns into her sucking his fingers, and then she gets down on sucking his fingers. She gets down on her knees, gives him a blowjob, and then sex, which leads to number 2. Won't it leave a stain? Because she is wearing a red dress. He hikes it up, turns her against the wall. They bang.
Right.
Great, hot, sexy. And then like there's no cleanup. Like there's nothing to clean up. Like you can't. There's no napkin
Okay.
to wipe.
Oh, you mean for the cement?
Yeah, for the cement.
For the cement. So you're
And
worried about her dress
and the wetness.
and the cement.
Yeah.
Well, he hiked it up. dress
but
is
when
on.
you put it down, if you don't clean it off, you put it down, you sit down, there's going to be a stain, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'm
mean
not
like,
crazy.
oh,
It depends
like
on the
she-
type of.
oh,
Like,
okay.
maybe she had Spanx on or something though. That
I don't think, I feel like
Was she going commando?
I
at
think
this
she was
event?
either going I think she was wearing a thong, to be honest, which I'm like, that doesn't help with a wet stain.
No, it doesn't.
But as they bang, he's like, oh my God, I love the idea of filling her up with her belly round, letting anyone who saw her know
hot.
she was mine, which introduces the breeding kink
Yes.
now. And he's just thinking this while they have sex. He's not saying any of this.
Sure.
So, like a couple days later, and again, the chapter just ends. And you're like, well, is she mad? And she's like, can't believe I had sex with him.
Not again.
Not again. Anna goes to meet.
This always happens.
This is going to be a trigger warning for like an assault, by the way.
Okay.
Or an almost assault. Still, Anna is on her way to meet Jaden, the artist that Olivia was like, you should go see him. I think you guys would like have similar styles, and sneaks away from both of her driver and Carter's guards to go. So she's completely alone. The meeting goes all right until he kind of makes a pass at her because she's meeting to be like his mentor, and he's like, she's meaning to be his assistant so
Got
he
it.
can be her mentor.
Got it.
She's like, how much would it pay? He's like, well, I can't really pay you. She's like, well, I can't take anything for free. He's like, what if you take like experience and also good times? And he kind of like touches her leg, and she's like, oh no, I'm not into that. And he's like, are you sure? He's like, no. And then as she like gets up to run away, she like falls and kind of hits her head.
Oh no.
And something nefarious is about to happen when Carter runs in after breaking down the door. He had tracked her on her phone after her
Oh my
guards
God,
let him
Carter.
know. Well, after her guards let him know that she was gone.
Okay, but
So he's like,
Carter,
something's
dude.
wrong. And then he breaks Jaden's hands because he was about to assault her. Which I was like,
Yeah.
kind of hot.
It's kind of hot because he's saving the day. But
Yes.
if he wasn't saving the day,
If he wasn't saying a date, it wouldn't be
it
hot.
would. If he wasn't saving the day and he just burst into a normal business meeting,
Correct.
it would be bad.
He's really got
Also-
a terrible thing going for him.
Right.
Yeah, like not loving Carter. I don't know. Like I get it that like it's supposed to be like it's
passion.
It's passion.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But it's just like,
He brings Anna back to his villa and holds her as she cries because that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
says it's not your fault. And then he's like, Kim's gonna hate the rest of this book.
no.
He's like, it's not your fault, but like you should be punished a little bit for slipping your guards this morning. And she's like, I mean, I guess. And then he lays her over his
Okay,
lap.
Actually, that redeems him a little bit.
Lays him over his lap and spanks her, which actually like calms her down.
Sure.
And then he's like, now you get a reward, which I call number 3, everything the light touches is yours. Because she also I think this is when he like pushes her up against like the floor to ceiling walls and it's like, this is our beach, and like fucks her. And it was a Lion King moment of everything the light touches.
Was it a window or was it?
Yeah, it was like a floor to ceiling window. He like
Gotcha.
spanks her and then picks her up and like fucks
Yeah,
her
that's
against
hot.
the wall.
That's hot.
And she also is looking at his
Okay, he's
tattoo.
redeeming himself. If it's all a kink thing, then fine. I don't know.
And she they're doing like some aftercare. They're laying down. She's looking at all his tattoos, and we hear
And
his
the whole beach that she owns.
we hear his inner monologue that all the tattoos have a meaning about her. So like there's like a jellyfish, and it's from one time they were on the beach and he got stung by a jellyfish, and she was like, I need to pee on you because you're gonna die. And he's like, that's not how that works. And then there's another time where like there's a diamond, and that signifies like a conversation they had about how she wants to like break all the diamonds that her dad gave her because it doesn't like his rule over her life doesn't matter. Like it's all
Yeah.
the shit that's like has no idea though.
Yeah.
He's like as she's touching the tattoos, he's like, I remember this.
Yeah. He's like thinking about it.
Okay. Like
So-
my immediate gut reaction is to roll my eyes because I'm like, you got it all tattooed. But then I was like, if I trusted someone, then yes, I think that would be sweet.
Yeah.
That
About
would
the
be sweet.
tattoos?
Yeah, the tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you went way back and
Well, she doesn't know anything about them yet.
Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah.
said. It's just his inner
No,
monologue.
I was just talking about my inner monologue.
Oh, gotcha. So after they bang and he pulls her to the couch and she's doing this, he also like scoops up the semen that's falling out of her and pushes it back in.
Oh, that's such a thing
yes,
in romance
to
novels.
keep it in.
Kim's face does not like
breeding
this.
kink. Breeding kink.
I don't.
You don't want to waste any of it.
Kim. That's literally
that seed.
Can I say, Jessica Mole, I have read that line so many times. Well, you don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it. I guess if I didn't have to see it, it would be okay.
Well, she's just looking at his tattoos. He's the one that's like, gotta get that
He's
in.
like playing around down there while
Also-
she looks at her tattoos.
Also, it just I think that why I was like, "Ew," is because I just picture it having to be like a chunk to put it back in.
All right. First of all, not all semen's the same.
No, but that's what it like. It feels like it has to be like solid.
I would like
order
to.
for it.
I would like to put this in now that I want to cut that out and put it in an outtake. I don't want chunk in this one. Okay.
I want it in.
6 years
Thank
earlier.
you, Jessica.
You're welcome.
6 years earlier.
6
Fine.
years earlier.
Anna is trying to look pretty because she's trying to lose her virginity. And
Sorry.
with Carter on the beach, and she
Sorry.
goes and she talks. They have like a whole talk about how he goes and he has like another bruise. And she's like, oh shit, not tonight. Like, what's going on? He kind of like makes mention about how he like wishes he could kill his dad because his dad's awful. And she's all like flustered because she wanted to have sex tonight. And he's like, you wanted to wait. I don't want to do that. Like, I want it to be perfect for you. And then she's like, can I learn how to give a blowjob? He's like, absolutely. And then
no problem.
present day. Carter's business deal is falling through and knows it's because of Anna's dad, first name Hudson. And then we get a little more backstory about Carter and how he is known to be a dangerous businessman. Like he's fair and he's good, but also there are rumors that like there's a pile of bodies somewhere.
Sure.
Interesting.
So that's his like
Don't
kind of
fuck with
reputation. Don't fuck with Carter. The dad, Hudson, Carter calls Hudson and is like, the fuck? And he's like, hey, why don't you stay away from Anna and I'll pay you. And I won't tell the cops what you did 6 years ago.
Ooh.
And Carter's like, I don't know what to do, and hangs up. The next morning, Anna is at the beach with Summer and her boyfriend, James, and she's taking couples photos for them. And she's hanging out with her friends, and she's like getting more photography in, and she's like having a good time. And they go back to James's house for breakfast, and she confides into them the real reason why she wasn't in Malawi doing the thing. And she shows Summer her portfolio that she was showing Olivia and all this stuff. And she's happy to have a friend again. Cute. Meanwhile, at the same time, Carter gets a call from his PI being like, oh my God, we found more ads for her kidnapping on the dark web. On the deep web, which I think is also the dark web.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's been up for a minute. We couldn't find them. So we finally took them down. But now we know that there's a group of mercenaries that are in town.
Oh my God.
Carter is like, oh my God, she's in danger. Tracks her down via phone again, runs, breaks down James's door, to which they're all sitting around having breakfast going, the door was open. He's like, my bad. I'm so sorry. And he gives James his card. He's like, I will pay for the door. And Summer's like, is everything okay? And Anna's like, yeah, I'm just going to go with him. Like, please buy the most expensive door you can because fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And
This guy does a lot of property damage.
and he's like, you need to come with me right now. And she's like, okay. And so he takes her back to his villa and lets her know the truth that there is a hit on her. And she freaks the fuck out, which he initially thought was going to happen. And is like, why the fuck wouldn't you tell me this from the beginning? And he's like, she goes, you're as controlling as my father.
Ooh.
And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm just keeping you safe because I love you.
That's such a real
See,
thing. Like,
but she's right. That's what I've been feeling is that I'm like, you're
Controlling.
You haven't talked to this girl in how long? And what?
Not for want of trying, but yes, it's hard. So he goes, I'm sorry. You can ask me any question you want and I will answer it truthfully. Like, I'm not controlling to like, because I want to control you. I'm doing it because I actually think I'm keeping you safe.
Yeah.
But like, please, like, let's talk. And
Okay, communication. We love communication.
And he tells her he's also been searching for her for a while and knows all about Josh. She's pissed because this is another level of like, well, why did you look into me? Like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And tries to leave. And then he tells AI to shut the house down. And it does. So the house goes onto lockdown.
AI.
he has a fucking smart house.
Yeah. It's like, hey, go initiate lockdown mode.
So
My house does not have it.
in his house
To keep her safe.
because he cares.
Because he cares.
He traps her because he cares.
So this happens. She's like, God damn it. Is like trying to break out, basically. I don't think this is what happens, but I imagine it as like those steel shutters be like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a smart house situation.
That's what I'm picturing.
Pat has the house.
Disney Channel smart house.
Oh my God! Remember when they cleaned up from the party? I thought that would be such a cool thing if your floor could clean.
That would be
itself.
cool.
I wish.
Anyways,
We don't have the rights.
we don't have the right. Sorry, Disney.
So, while trying to get out, a glass breaks and she ends up cutting her foot. And he's like, "Gosh darn it!" And he, picks her up, takes her to his bed, and he handcuffs her to the bed while he tends her foot because she keeps trying to get away. He's like, "Let me at least like bandage up your feet."
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Fine." So she's like handcuffed, and then he's like,
I bet this will lead somewhere.
and then they both get turned on while he's touching her feet, and this leads to number 4. Her back door wasn't that secure.
Oh.
In which she is strapped to the bed, and he does anal sex with her.
But you're not going to get pregnant that way, you silly
Well,
Billy.
But Carter can do anything.
Silly Billy. He finishes on her and takes his fingers and pushes it in, and she's like, "What are you doing? I didn't take my pill this morning." He's like, "Good." Quote, "I want to tie myself to you in every way I can." And in her internal monologue, she's like, "Well, I always wanted a big family, but he's the one that was like, I don't know about kids." And she's like, "Whatever." I'm like, "Anna, girl."
Anna.
He asks her to stay the night, and she says yes. But I was like,
Maybe a little too chill.
"Are you not?
Yeah.
You're just a little." She goes, "What are you doing? I didn't take my pill." He goes, "Good." And then she's like, "Well, that's crazy."
What are you going to do?
What? What? I'm just like, Anna, what's happening? 6 years ago.
All right.
6 years ago.
Carter's mom is dying from cancer and they're broke. And his dad comes around and is like, and he's like, "What? Like, how do you know who I am and where I live?" He's like, I know that you've been meeting Anna every night. I would like you to break up with my daughter. I will give you the money for every cancer treatment ever if you do.
Ooh.
And he goes, "Fuck you." No, closes the door. Present day. Anna's like, "Why did you say good when like you were putting your cum in me?" And he's like, "Well, I want kids with you. The moment you came back, I've thought of nothing else than putting a baby in you. Like, I want you." And she's like, "Well, this feels confusing." And that's it. She's like, "Cool, sounds good." He takes her on a tour of his house, showing her a room.
The communication.
It's not there.
But it's like, it's weird because he's actually communicating with her. She's the one that's
not
like,
at the right times.
Only after he's
Only
kidnapped
after
her.
That
he
is-
shoved his semen in her.
that for like the third time.
For
I was
the
like,
third-
"Anna, you've got to be a little more.
Yeah.
You got
I
to
mean,
figure this
like,
out."
I'm not saying that she's perfect. She certainly is not. But
Correct. He takes her on a tour of the home, showing her clothes that he's bought for her, a photo that she took for him hanging in his office 6
he
years
is
ago.
acting like her dad.
A little bit.
And it's clothes that she likes, if that helps.
Okay,
That
all
helps.
the
It
all
helps
the,
a little.
all the clothes that
does.
her dad makes her wear is stuff that she hates and would never wear. All the clothes that
He knows
Carter,
her.
yeah, he knows. It's all these beautiful sundresses and
Okay,
like
fine.
it's stuff like that. And she's like, "You know me," and it's like that.
Okay.
So I was like,
Okay, fine.
honestly, I would love for a man to buy me a wardrobe, but only if I get to pick
After
every
not
single
talking
thing.
to him for 6 years.
If that's still your style, free clothes, free clothes.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want what I wanted 6 years ago.
No.
He
I think I
also
would.
no, I definitely wouldn't. Wait, what was 6 years ago?
Yeah,
Doesn't
what
matter.
was 6 years ago? Oh, it was 2019.
2019.
That was right after
I did not.
No,
Right
that's
before
right
Pandy.
before Pandy.
Yeah, I was a lot more flowery in my clothing.
You were girlier. So
Thank
was
God
I.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Thank God.
He drives her home. Oh, sorry. So he takes her on tour, shows her all this, and he also shows her that he made a fully stocked dark room for her should she ever come back one day.
Fine.
She's like, "I love all this. I want to go
Okay.
home. I want to go home." He goes, "Okay." And her dad is sitting there. He drives her home. He drops her off, and he's like, "Please have your phone on you and just like have the guards with you. And she's like, "Can I have space?" He goes, "Yes, I'll give you space. But
Okay.
please take because I'm scared." And she's like, "Okay."
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
She goes-
a good moment.
A good moment. She goes into the house. Her dad is sitting there. It's daytime. I think it's summer in California. He's sitting in the living room with a full fire going, "Where were you?"
This is Hudson.
This is Hudson, and he's
Hudson
like,
Vaughn.
he goes, "Where were you? Were you at his house?" And she's like, "What?" He goes, "So you're gonna be Carter's whore again?" And she's like, "Whoa."
Hudson Vaughn.
And they get
How
into a
dare
fight.
you.
They get into a fight, and he's like, "Fuck you." Like, your photography idea is stupid. He goes, he runs, grabs her film, like the film that she has developed, throws it in the fire.
Oh.
And she is like heartbroken. All of this work for 6 years is now gone.
Yeah, Hudson Vaughn sucks.
And he also says, as he's burning the photographs, he tells her that he paid Carter off 6 years ago to break up with her. She sobs over her burnt photos, and her mom finds her like that and comes and comforts her. And she's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't live here. And her mom goes, I understand.
Yeah.
6 years ago. Carter loses it one night. His mom is like hanging on by a thread. His dad comes home drunk, tries to hit him. Carter hits him back. They get into a tussle. He kills his dad in a drunken fight. He's not
Murder?
drunk. Murder. At the moment that happens, people burst in to the apartment. It's Hudson Vaughn's men. They have been watching Carter, and for like a moment of weakness, and they go,
Wow.
the Vaughn men are there, and
Is he gonna kill Hudson Vaughn?
he is forced to take the deal. They're like, we'll clean this up and we'll pay for your mom's cancer stuff. You have to break up with Anna. And he goes, I can't do anything. I guess I have to. And breaks Anna's heart.
Oh.
Present day. Anna is now staying with Summer and just doesn't know what to do. She's been like in her guest room for 3 days being like, I don't know. I'm sad.
Yeah, sure.
And she's like, okay, I'm going to take a shower. I think that's a good first
Good.
step. Goes, gets in the shower. Summer's like, I'm going to go to James's house. I'll be back later, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-oh, something's gonna happen.
Gets out of the shower. Who's standing in her bathroom? Josh. The ex.
No,
Josh.
Joshua, go home.
He's clearly, he doesn't look well. He's like strung out on something. She calmly is like, I've been looking for you. He's like, no, you haven't. I snuck into the house and and this is bad. And she's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He basically like kind of knocks her out. She wakes up in a motel. And it's a deserted motel, and he's tweaking. And she is handcuffed to the radiator, and she's wearing like a big, because she just got out of the shower. She's wearing like a big t-shirt and underwear that she doesn't recognize, which I was like, that is the grossest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Summer calls Carter and is like, hey, Anna is missing. I don't know what the fuck happened. And he like loses his mind. And for 2 days, those two, a bunch of guards, like the media isn't on it. Everyone is looking for Anna. He has not slept for 2 days. Summer has been like, he's been driving around to they got a tip that it could be at a motel or something. They've been driving around to every motel within like a 100-mile radius. And he's losing his mind when all of a sudden they get like a better location, and he goes and he's like, this was bought by this one shell company, which is actually connected to Josh's parents, and we know this, and da-da-da. He goes, I'm going to go there. And they go, wait for backup. He goes, no. So he drives, he goes in, a fight ensues, and he kills Josh.
Dun dun dun.
He goes, bam, bam, bam.
I'm like finding something surprising about myself, that I'm not really mad that he killed these people.
No.
I'm like,
It feels a little bit justified.
Welcome to the club.
Yep.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
She's
It
clearly
makes me like him more.
Yeah, she's been hit a few times. It's not like bad, and she's still handcuffed to the radiator. He's like, do we need a hospital? And she goes, no, I fought him off. I go, great. I love that. I don't know why, but I'm like, I like that they didn't make us guess if any assaults happened.
Yeah.
Like, we're all fine. She goes, I just want to go home. He takes her to his home and cleans her up, and they sit and they chat. Basically, it's like this really nice moment of like, I'll take care of you, and it's just quiet, and it's like what she needs. They clean her up. They go out onto the balcony and they sit. And she asks about the bribe 6 years ago, because that's what her dad said. And he explains the whole thing. And she gets really pissed at her dad for blackmailing Carter,
Fair.
as one does.
See, he didn't hide mail. He just
Hided other things.
he
Yes.
hided. He
Other ting.
offered
Yeah.
money for cancer treatment, which honestly, like,
Yeah, his mom held on for another
hard.
year, which was really nice.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
She has passed now, this fictional woman. So he confesses his undying love and begs her to stay with him, and they have sex. Don't waste it.
So fair.
okay.
So
maybe
fair.
I'm thinking of like soft serve. Like that's what I get when.
That, yeah, probably. You can push that.
Kim.
You can push that places.
Soft serve.
I guess because soft serve is cold.
It's viscous.
Okay, I just want to point out that, like, okay, so I want to point out that you're okay with the actual, like, semen is gross as it is.
Can I tell you what? This might be gross. I'm thinking of like a. Say it. We have to cut all this out.
Say
Like
it,
consistency wise, when I'm thinking, don't waste it. I'm thinking of like a tahini sauce. I'm thinking of like a
Yeah,
creamy
you're thinking
white
of
sauce.
regular
I'm not
semen.
thinking soft serve.
No, I know, but when you're like how does, because regular semen would like fall off of your fingers.
No, but it's
the you and I both immediately know.
we're so concerned. We're like, we need to
Make a vagina. Make a vagina with your hands.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do
Make a
this.
vagina.
Okay, it's the like, don't waste
okay.
it.
So it's like
It's like a scoop. It's like a scoop and shove.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a hey, don't waste it.
Okay, because the way that you were doing it,
Don't waste it.
because it looked like it was a.
Well, I got to start with this end so I can get it all on the fingers and then
Yeah,
push it
it's
out.
like
Well,
a-
no, because
it's like
it would
I'm
be
glad
like,
that this is our first episode on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah. Hi, YouTube.
Thank God.
scoop
Anyways,
and shove.
Don't cut a second of that.
you can
don't
cut,
let
you
Emily
can cut
bully
the
you
tahini
into
out.
it.
6 weeks later, 6 weeks later, Summer calls and is like, "Oh my God, did you hear the news?" And Anna's dad has publicly dragged, or I'm sorry, Anna's mother has publicly dragged her dad through the media and is divorcing him.
Good.
For the
Let's
last
go.
6
Good.
years, she has been gathering information on him to send to everyone.
What's her mom's name? Do we know?
Inconclusive.
Diane.
Diane.
Don't know. We never learned.
Diane Vaughn.
Yep.
Honestly, it could be. That sounds about right.
It's a good name.
She also like had lunch with her mom. They're like repairing their relationship. She also had the negatives of the photos Hudson burned and sent them. So Summer goes, "Okay, I know your dad burned all your film. I know he also burned the portfolio that you had. The negatives of the portfolio is something that you left at my house. I happened to get those developed and I sent them to like 7 galleries around us.
Aww.
It's a good friend.
What a good
Yeah.
friend.
And they all want to exhibit your work." She's like, "The fuck?" And she's like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God."
I feel like Summer and Anna should get together, but that's just
Well, they're
me.
just best friends. She goes back. She's now living with Carter in a different room, but like they're still like kind of doing it.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Is
"I
it like
forgive
Beauty and the
you.
Beast?
Yes, Kim.
I forgive you and I'm yours." And this is the end. We got it. And I'm yours. And they start sexy time. And she's like, she says she hasn't filled her birth control. And he's like, and he says, quote, "The idea of my seed implanting in her
Ugh.
that night had me harder than I'd ever been. She would look like a goddess when she was pregnant." And then he says, "Tell me now, no. Tell me no now, because in 3 seconds, I'm 3 seconds away from burying myself in your pussy bear and fucking my baby into you.
Into
something
my
about-
pussy bear?
Tell me no now, because I'm 3 seconds away from fucking into your bear pussy.
Okay.
There you go.
Fucking my
you.
baby into your bear
I
pussy."
thought that I missed something very important, that a pussy bear was something.
He also said, He also said, "When I'm done, quote, when I'm done and you're filled with my cum, you're going to hold it in there until I say," which is all under number 5. Don't worry, they're both super into it.
Oh, great.
And
Good.
it's like the most hardcore of breeding scenes.
There's
That
something
is
about,
a hardcore breeding scene,
Yeah, there's something about the word seed that I
don't like.
I don't respond well to it.
No.
Yeah.
I'd rather be shown the seed.
Don't do that. You and your stupid scooping. God, you little scoopy
Epilogue.
loo.
Epilogue. They're engaged.
Oh.
She's preggers.
Oh.
She's exhibiting her own show. Happily ever after.
Yay.
Cute, cute, cute.
Can I say, out of the 3 books I have done for this show, for the 3 episodes, this is my least favorite one.
Great.
Well, I'm glad you saved it for
Only
this
up
one.
from here.
Yeah. And I am now just realizing I didn't make a game, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it off the top of my head. Okay. We're gonna do a rate the sex scenes.
Okay.
Okay. Between for worst to best,
Okay.
sand in the cooch,
Got it.
museum alcove,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
or tied to the bed in your butt.
Or the
First
or
to
the
worst.
bear pussy.
Worst to best.
No, I'm just doing those 3.
okay.
Just doing those 3. So sex on the beach, in a museum with possible wet spot on your dress, and then tied to the bed with a scoop and shove.
I hate that you say it like that.
I think beach worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
With no towel too. I just had to put that.
yeah, no towel.
I
think,
sandy vagina, no.
Scoop and shove second, and museum is the best.
So museum. So you went from worst to best.
Yeah.
Okay. So beach, scoop and shove, museum. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm
good
gonna
answers.
go with the same because I physically can't put a premise called scoop and shove in my first place.
I actually think I'm gonna put scoop and shove last, and
Wow.
I'm gonna put beach second.
Because you don't want to do butt stuff.
Well, honestly,
Because you're a prude.
I don't not want to do. I just don't want to have a scoop and shove.
What a nerd.
I don't want to have a scoop and shove initiated, and I think I don't want to be eaten out on the beach. But I think we could get.
Does.
I think we can get into. This is a plea. Nobody wants to be eaten on the beach.
You know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to kink shame or.
I think if you did it like doggy style on the beach, that could lessen the sand impact
Yeah.
within.
Have you noticed that almost all of your objections to all three of these sex scenes are hygiene based?
And that means I was fucking raised right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. We're gonna play. We're gonna play
she
safe.
has tons of shower sex is what I learned.
Because
So.
Wash
clean.
the germs away.
She has to get the
Yeah.
hair out of
It's not
her
a
butt.
ton. It's not a ton. First of all, you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. Well, we're gonna. You know what?
And that was
Wow.
Cruel Dominion.
yay.
Cruel Dominion.
Done. Happy. Goodbye.
By Poppy who?
Let's take a break.
Poppy St. John.
I've never quibbled. If it was ribbled, I would devour where others merely nibbled, as the judge remarked the day that he.
All right. Are we ready?
Yay.
Okay.
Scoop.
So this fic,
many.
this Scoopy fic, is what I would probably refer to as, this is an old fan fiction internet term, but it used to be called a crack fic. As in everything is a little bit more than it would be in real life. Everything is a little more heightened. Everybody's
Okay.
a little bit more ridiculous.
So like as dramatic as mine.
As
So like a crackpot.
yeah, like not even like dramatic. Well, yeah, like dramatic, but also silly and like
Yeah.
Okay.
not trying to be real life.
Okay, this sounds fun.
Yeah,
Is
so
it like absurd? Is it
a little
like
bit absurd,
Okay.
like just like having a lot of fun with it.
Okay. Into
Cracking
it.
us up.
I'm gonna read you the author's note because I loved it. In an insane turn of events, the two of us were introduced to each other back in September and promptly fell in friend love. We decided to write together fairly early into our marriage and have been working on this fic ever since. It's 5 chapters and complete, so updates should come fairly quickly. If there is anything in this fic that is disgusting to you, please blame Isabella and not Rachel. Rachel has never had a dirty thought in her life. The initial premise of this fic definitely wasn't her idea because she is innocent and angelic. The title
Sounds
of
like
the-
you
These
too.
sound
yeah.
like
The title of this fic is obviously from Juno by Sabrina Carpenter
okay.
because that song is about breeding.
Juno. Yeah,
Okay.
it's about Juno. The movie, right?
I'ma let you
I just
make
didn't.
me
I just wasn't.
Juno.
I understand. I just wasn't
Emily.
expecting it to be called something. after-
Emily, do you know what Juno is about?
Sing it for me right now.
No. The fic is called "Want to Make You Fall in Love" by applepuffsilver and Writer Girl 8.
Okay.
Two very good friends. It's 5 chapters. It's about 30,000 words, and it was completed in December of 2024, so very recently.
Cute.
It is a Colin Bridgerton, Penelope Featherington AU.
Okay, I'm
Which is a
intrigued.
pairing that I historically
Don't
not
like.
Yeah.
but I enjoyed this.
Well, I think that's why, because
Yeah.
you're like, it's named after a Sabrina Carpenter song. I was like, is this a Sabrina? Is this a Sabrina Carpenter like fan fiction? So
No.
that was the hesitation I had for a
Got
second.
it. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Ooh.
I
All
kind
right.
of like it.
Yes.
I'm in.
So it's a modern AU.
Already, Bridgerton is kind of ridiculous.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Already. So I'm excited to see
What we're
this.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim, do you have you watched Bridgerton? So you know Colin and Penelope.
Yeah, I watched it.
So this is a modern AU, as in they are not.
I watched it.
They are not in Bridgerton times necessarily. Like they have cell phones and things, which I didn't remember if it was that or not at the beginning of this episode.
I was gonna say you said like old timey.
I thought it was, but then reading this, I was like, actually no. There's a scene where Pornhub comes into play.
Again, we've done so many breeding things.
Would just be on Pornhub
for sure.
Colin Bridgerton would have an account on Pornhub.
So give me the whole thing with the modern AU is it's nowadays, but all of the dynamics, all of like who the characters fundamentally are remains the same.
Okay.
So in case a listener has never encountered these characters before, give us like a couple sentences about Colin and a couple sentences about Penelope if you needed to like understand their dynamic.
Colin is like so at the beginning of the series he's like a moony-eyed, he's like the likable one. He's like a moony-eyed.
Like he would have an account on Pornhub.
He's like a moony-eyed guy. He's always kind of a stand-up guy. He's nice, but then he falls into the trap of being kind of just stupid. Like he's just a little stupid.
He like travels. Yeah, and that's what he does.
He's I think a hopeless romantic, and he knocks down the wrong doors. I think. Okay.
Just angle it slightly. You're fine.
And then Penelope, I mean, she's at the beginning like a wallflower and everything.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I won't give the biggest spoiler if you haven't watched.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
It's been like a year.
It's not part of it.
It's
not part of it.
Yeah.
But Penelope, she's been pining after Colin forever because they've been friends and he gets her and blah blah blah. But
they're like childhood friends.
He's just like stupid and just is like, what? She loves me. So
yeah. Anything to add, Emily?
He's a bitch.
Yeah,
he's a little bitch.
He's a little bitch. I like the most recent Penelope, season, but she's a little bit of a bitch too. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, they're well matched.
They're well matched.
They're immature,
and I'm annoyed with them.
Yeah, they're immature,
which is why I don't usually read their stories. But this one worked for me.
I mean, they're also like two little. They are charming.
Yes,
they're charming. So you don't like hate them completely. You're like rooting for them on some level. I think.
Yes.
Describe our characters physically, briefly, like a sentence or two.
Physically, well, Colin has like swoopy hair,
swoopy brown hair, kind of shorter.
Well, he's taller than her.
Well, taller than her, but shorter of his brothers.
Yes, she's petite, full-bodied,
curvy.
Yes,
gal.
she's got great boobies.
Oh my god!
And big red hair.
Big red hair.
No, I know her boobs were the star of that most recent.
Yeah,
season. I mean, like I like her as a person. Don't get me wrong; she's more than her boobs. Whatever.
Right.
But also,
girl, congratulations.
Girl, congratulations on your boobs.
She's got good ones. She's got good ones.
Damn. And her in interviews, the actress is so fucking funny.
She's so funny.
She's great.
So funny. She's an amazing actress. Anyway.
Yep. Cool. Okay, great. Just in case anybody has no idea.
Bosom.
An ample bosom, a petite woman.
Again,
a petite
welcome
woman
to
with
the club.
an ample bosom.
Yes. And then the other thing is that Colin is one of many siblings. He has 2 brothers and several sisters, and him and Penelope were basically like neighbors.
Yeah.
And so their families are very close.
Well, Penelope's from a trashy family though.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the other thing because
they're still well off, but they're just like trashy in the ton.
Well, yeah, and her mom is like, they're like, you're well off, but like you didn't get here the right way.
Yeah,
which like that has its own problems too. But the Bridgertons are very like well liked and established.
They're the popular ones,
and the Featheringtons are like, okay, you're a little trashy.
Yeah.
They're like Cinderella and Stepmothers, kind of.
A little bit.
They give that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. Content warning, obviously, for Breeding Kink.
I didn't put that as a content warning for mine. Shit.
Come play and like some kind of trad wifey role play type stuff that we'll explore when we get there.
Okay, we'll see.
My face.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
Exactly. Okay, chapter 1, Colin's POV. He is at a party and he loves it and he also hates it.
Sorry, it's a dual POV?
It ends up being a dual POV,
Gotcha.
but we're starting with Colin.
Thank you.
So he is it's like a family party. He is back in town after basically he has been a professional guy who travels for many years.
I wish I could have that job.
Right.
Me too.
I know someone who does it, kind of.
So he loves being home. He's like so happy to hang out with his siblings. He loves all the people and all the food, and being like shitty in the only way you can around your siblings and your family.
Yeah, that's what. There's a high banter.
Exactly. But he feels very guilty because he's getting ready to leave again on some thing. And his usual kind of like shithead behavior just gets like, aw, because everyone's anticipating him leaving. And he hates that. And it's his whole family plus his BFF Penelope, and the whole reason for the party is Anthony and Kate have just had their first baby. So Colin is meeting the baby. Colin loves babies. He's holding the baby. He's like, this is great. I can just sit in a corner holding this baby and just absorb the room and no one's expecting much of me.
Sweet.
Yeah, which I love at a party. Like if there are children, I'm like, I'm going to go hang out with these kids. And
I never want to do that.
I just don't want to talk to people. And
if it's
like
a baby, I'll hold. Like,
Yeah, I'll, like-
holding a baby is
it's different.
What if it poops?
Then it
Emily,
does.
you poop.
Yeah, but I have the decency to go away.
The wonderful thing about a family party is if the baby poops, you go hand the baby to
like,
its
your mom,
parents
yeah.
and go, hey, your baby pooped. And then they take care of it.
Fair.
Yeah. And like if you're babysitting and the baby poops and then you have to take care of it. I know. So
Open babies.
Colin's older brother, Anthony, who's so hot.
Oh my God.
so
and,
hot.
and my favorite,
Fiero.
Fiero, Jonathan Bailey. He is very tired because he's a new father and looks disheveled and comes into the room and is like, Colin, can I talk to you for a minute? And he just looks exhausted. And it's basically like this big brotherly concern being like, hey, you've been just like exclusively traveling for several years.
Sure.
You're blowing through your trust fund. You didn't finish school. What's your plan, man?
He's always the buzzkill.
He is. He's basically like, you should probably like take something seriously. And he's like, I know that you've always talked about wanting a family one day and kids and wives and family. It's expensive and you might need this trust fund.
I mean, these are all valid.
All valid points. And Colin kind of tries to joke his way out of it, but Anthony's like, no, like for real, I'm worried about you. This is not a good path to just keep doing this.
Interesting.
And Colin's like, well, I feel the same at home versus when I'm traveling. Like nothing feels like it matters enough to stay in one spot. And Anthony goes, he's a total big brother about it. And he goes, well, actually, I think what you're doing is you're never in one place long enough to actually like challenge yourself and actually grow as a person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Take that, brother.
Yeah. And he's-
Colin.
exactly. Reads him just like an older brother can. And he's like, if you don't like settle down, you're always going to be in this echo chamber and you're never going to have an opportunity to be happy. And Colin's
It's
like,
good advice. I will say his character in the show annoys me a lot of the time because he's always like, I have all this responsibility.
Colin or Anthony?
Anthony.
Got it.
Sorry. Like, I have all this responsibility. I'm like, you're literally, the mom's like, you're literally the only person doing that to
Right.
yourself. Like, settle the fuck
a
down.
lot of it is very self-imposed
Anyway,
and like
go
he
on.
kind of loves it probably.
Yeah.
So Colin is coming off of that conversation, is like leaving the office very flustered and goes back into the room, and Penelope is now holding the baby.
Oh.
And Colin is like, it's my turn. And she's like, no, like you can't take the baby. It's asleep. And Daphne says to Penelope, you have a magic touch. Like that baby just fell right asleep in your arms. And the mom says, it's not a magic touch, dear. It's her breasts.
I fucking love that. That is a perfect, I love the mom in Bridgerton.
Yes.
It's her breasts.
It's her breasts.
Yikes.
And Colin starts like chokes on his own spit, starts coughing, is like, I try really hard not to look at her breasts actually. And then all the women start to kind of like joke. All the women who have been pregnant start to joke. And Daphne's like, just wait until you're pregnant. They'll get bigger and babies will love you even more. And Colin just keeps like in a cartoon when someone's getting hypnotized, he just keeps hearing, well, you're pregnant until you're pregnant until you're pregnant until you're pregnant. And one of the women goes, wait until you get stretch marks. They're horrible. And Penelope goes, I already have those. And Colin's like, she already has those. She already has those. She already has those.
I'm enjoying it.
He is like, I've tried so hard not to look at my best friend's boobs, but I'm going to do it. And he looks at them and he sees like a stretch mark peeking up
Am
over
I
her neckline.
Penelope Feathering?
You might be. And he's like, oh my God, I see a stretch mark. And so he's just out of his mind loopy. And eventually he comes back to himself and chimes into the conversation and has some banter and composes himself and like
yeah,
goes
boobs.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, boobs on a baby. Yeah,
Yeah. Pregnant one day is fine.
that's my version. That's me. That's me. thinking,
Oh, God.
yeah, pregnant.
Pregnant.
Forget about it.
I feel like he's holding a
Pregnant.
glass, holding a drink, looking. Yeah, pregnant. And he kind of goes back to staring at nothing.
So we now have a hard cut to a sex dream that
course.
evening.
Okay.
Colin is having a sex dream about Penelope.
Oh, my gosh.
They're in missionary position and she tells him like she's ready. She's ready to have his baby. Like
I like that it was specifically.
Like
they're
we are.
specifically in missionary.
they're specifically a missionary because the
like
how you get
other
pregnant.
shit happens later.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So sorry.
And they're like doing very standard sexing, and she's like, "I'm ready to have your baby. I'm going to make you a daddy, Colin."
Okay, this is hot. This
And
is good.
he wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he loves it. He's like, "This was great," but also, oh my god, I just had a sex dream about my best friend.
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Inquiry. If the male equivalent is I'm gonna fill you up, I'm gonna I'm gonna make you pregnant, is the female version, or I guess the receiving end, saying I'm gonna make you a daddy? Is that what a guy wants to hear if they are into breeding kink?
I think
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Huh.
Like,
I guess
yeah.
I've never thought about that. I feel like I've heard the reciprocal of like, yes, fill me up. Like it's like
Right.
echoing back what they say. That is such a different. I think to bring the word mommy and daddy into it makes it more like.
It's definitely another flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, it's another
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like I'm going to, well, and sometimes it's like I'm going to extend the family like line, or like like you're going to be your.
I'm gonna have your heir.
Yeah, not even your
be like a
heir,
mini-
but like
mini you.
yeah, like
Yeah,
a mini
I guess
you.
I never thought of it in that. I think of it more in the like primal sense, maybe.
Yeah, this
like
is
a
more-
need, a biological need, rather
I
than
relate
a.
to this more.
This is more like we are gonna be like together, and this is gonna be our family, and I care about you that much.
Yeah, that. I
Yeah.
have not. This is new for me.
Buckle up, girl. So he wakes up gasping, what the fuck? Because he had a sex dream about impregnating his best friend. Oh no. And then I wrote, oh no, he's hard. And so he's trying to take care of it, and he shamefully types redhead pregnant into Google, because
Sure.
he's like, I'm gonna just try to get this done without
Just
going there.
Google?
Into Google. He's like, I'm gonna try to see if this helps.
Sometimes you need a wider.
He's ashamed.
I just want a photo of a pregnant.
He's ashamed.
redhead.
He's trying to not go to Pornhub, but the Google doesn't work.
Well, because there's also other porn sites, you guys.
Yes.
Well, I don't think he just
Where
typed in
are
redhead
you?
pregnant. He wasn't typing in fucking redhead
because
pregnant.
he's trying to not go there. He's trying to not.
He's trying to be a
look up
gentleman.
I know. I'm
porn.
telling her that.
Right.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm
that.
not. No. No. I don't want to be Jumanji.
You don't go into.
You don't go into Jumanji.
Jumanji comes out. So he types.
That was our moment.
He types redhead pregnant into Google. It's not doing it for him.
Sure.
He quote takes a deep self-hating breath and opens Pornhub instead.
Yep,
Do you want me to act this out?
I guess.
Still not good enough. Still doesn't
No,
do
you have
it.
to go
Oh,
to the
shit.
crazier ones like X videos.
No. He opens up Penelope's Instagram.
Oh boy, howdy.
Okay.
How do we feel about how do we feel about that?
Into it. That's fine.
Okay, so
That's okay.
the thing is, I'm gonna say this right now, is that I am much more on board with this relationship than the people in your book.
My romance was a dark romance.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
not. It's not a good thing.
I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm saying that I'm more on board with this one because
With
they
this
know
flavor.
each other.
I think-
and they have a relationship.
It's
for a long
good that
time.
you're more on board with. I'm not saying mine was bad. I'm saying
Yeah.
mine was a dark romance in which it's not okay half the time.
Yeah,
Right.
but like it's more of like there is an established relationship, and it makes more sense to me as to like there's more trust.
'Cause there's the
whereas I'm
friendship.
like
Yes.
those people hadn't seen each other for 6 years. Was it redeeming that his father was whatever, like
That he
yes.
killed people. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it was redeeming that like he did it for a reason. But anyways, go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So he opens Penelope's Instagram.
Okay.
Like
jerks
you
it
do.
jerks it to her Instagram.
But like
Jerks
what
it.
what specifically?
Yeah, do we have a specific photo?
Is there,
We
like,
don't have a
boob?
specific
Does she
photo.
have a bunch
He's
of
just
boob
skinny.
pics?
He's just scrolling through her Instagram.
So fat. It's just blurry.
Yep. It's just like, oh wow, like he literally, she doesn't even need to be doing anything sexual. It's literally
Sure.
she's the one that does it for him.
Can you imagine?
I
Her
know.
man
And
loves
he's
you
like,
that much.
he's like picturing like having a life with her. Like he's picturing
Gay.
like,
No.
yeah, so gay.
Just kidding.
And so he immediately like he comes and then he feels deep guilt because
Sure.
he's like,
Like we all
I've
do.
crossed a line. I've definitely crossed a line.
Like we all do.
so then,
Please, but we all know that Penelope would love that if she knew that.
oh yeah,
Hondo P.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So the next day, they're supposed to hang out. He's trying so hard to be chill, and they just talk about like his talk with Anthony, and she gives him like all these compliments and is trying to reassure him. And the entire time, he's like,
Boobs.
yeah, he can't quite hold it
He's
together.
going boobs.
Can I ask you guys a personal question?
Yeah.
Have you ever like thought of a friend and done a little dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
but more at like the
No.
beginning of getting like if
Yes,
I have
of
a
getting to know-
crush,
yeah.
If it's like a crush friendship,
Yeah.
yes.
Are
Okay.
you trying to ask if we've thought about you like this?
Yeah.
Always.
She's always fishing.
Always.
Only at the beginning.
Only at the beginning. Because then you get to know someone too long.
Then,
and it's,
then I was
if
like,
you know
nah,
someone
that's
too well,
Emily.
they're not sexy
I'm like,
anymore.
nah, that's Emily.
So that night he has another dream. And he's massaging her with oil.
Of course.
Paying special attention to her stretch marks that he's very attracted to.
I love that.
And then he wakes up and he's like, damn it, this keeps happening. Then there's another one the next night, and they're in some like fairy castle, and she's in a nightgown, and it's like a period drama.
Sure.
And he's calling her wife, and she's calling him husband.
Fun.
And the quote is, "She will get pregnant like a good wife." And so it's that flavor
See,
of
yeah,
Breeding
that's hot.
Kinks.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, how do we? Okay, Kim thinks it's hot.
because
Emily
it's
does
not
not.
serious. He's not like actually.
It's the role play of it.
Yeah, that role play just doesn't do it for me. It feels very like gender like.
That's what I meant by the like kind of trad wifey role play bit.
I understand it. It's not my thing.
No, I know. That's
No kink shaming.
So
It's
it's
just-
just because like I usually in real life would not like that. Like if it
That's
was
fair, yeah.
if it was said in all like honesty to me, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, ooh, that's hot.
I think
However,
there are-
if he's like if it's heightened and I'm like this isn't. I think there's something in the back of my head that's always like, this isn't real. This isn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like,
I
in
definitely
this-
have things like that I would in real life. I'm like, no. I think even in a role play sense, there are still things that will take me out of it.
Yeah.
And something like that
Would.
I think
Valid.
like going back to I'm gonna make you a daddy. I think it's the word. It's certain words. It's
Yeah.
daddy. It's wife.
Yeah.
like a good wife. Like if you say like a good girl or like a good something, I think that's different.
Yeah.
I think putting a name, putting like a label to it, changes it in my mind, and then I
Yeah.
immediately go, oh.
I think for this particular, well, I'm just going to keep calling it flavor because I
Yeah.
like that. I
Me
think
too.
for this particular like flavor of it, the wife and the husband thing is like another form
Is a
of
big-
possession.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
another form of like we are together and we're doing this thing.
I think if I have to think of it like that, and then it will help.
Yes.
But it feels so. Just that line alone made me be like, "Oh, you want me barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen in
does.
a bad way."
But that
He does in a good way.
He does
Exactly.
in a good way.
There is a good way and a
He's
bad way. My
reclaiming
mind,
it.
yes, but my mind instantly
It's gonna
goes to
go to
bad
that.
way. Hence my initial reaction going.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
hear you.
again, no kink shaming on Christmas.
No, not on Christmas.
Not on
Not-
Christmas.
Every day is Christmas.
So
in my house.
he's having this dream, this very intense dream, like good wife, my husband
Sure.
wakes up, like jolts awake. He's asleep on the couch. Him and Penelope were watching Pride and Prejudice, and they both fell asleep.
Love.
Her
Wait,
head
which
is on his
version?
shoulder.
The 2005
Or were they watching
2005.
Bridgerton? Whoa.
Oh my god!
Meta.
He's like very aware of the fact that like her head is on his shoulder and they're really close, and he like kind of gets hard remembering his dream, and then he gets super embarrassed because she wakes up and he's like oh, she like tries to leave, and he's like, I want to walk her out, but I can't because I have
Because
an
I have
erection.
an erection.
And so he like holds a pillow
tell
on his
her.
lap, and she clearly like clocks that he's being weird because he doesn't get up to kind of see her out. He's just like, bye, but he's like, I can't tell her. I can't tell her. And then as soon as she leaves, he has to run upstairs and jerk off immediately.
Sure.
Classic man.
Obviously. That night, he takes a bunch of cold medicine so he doesn't dream. Yay!
I love improper use of
that's
medicine.
amazing.
It's very real. It's very real.
Have you done that before so you don't dream?
No, but I do notice that if I take like NyQuil, if I'm sick and I take NyQuil,
Yeah.
I don't dream.
It's true, yeah.
I used to have a NyQuil like addiction for a while, which actually was
everyone
pretty
does
bad, and then I like got over it. But
It's easy to fall into.
Yeah. It was to just
That's
have a
why
good
you have
night's.
to have an ID.
It's just to have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Watch
so
out.
he
Watch out
starts
for
doing
NyQuil.
that because he's like, I need to stop having sex dreams about Penelope.
Love.
This
and
NyQuil.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it works for a couple nights, but then he sees her at lunch. There's like another family,
And then he
get-together.
runs out of the bottle.
I know. And he like has this moment while they're all having lunch, like as a family, where he's like, I want to be with this woman and I'm letting myself admit it, and I want to give her everything, including my semen. And he's annoyed. He's annoyed at himself.
Like in a bag.
Like in a bag, like in a little sandwich bag. He has to. So she once again is holding. This is so. It just gets weirder and weirder, you guys.
I'm
love it.
into it. I'm actually loving
She's
it.
holding Kate and Anthony's baby, and the baby does something that I think all babies have done to every woman, is that they know that boobs have food. So sometimes
they
if you're
suck on
holding
it.
a baby, the baby will try to
go for the
get to your
boob.
nipple,
to get
yeah,
in
to
there.
to a food.
And the baby tries to do that with Penelope, and Colin goes, "Excuse me, everyone," and has to leave and go jerk off in the next room.
Oh God.
Okay, well that's a lot.
It's a
There's
lot.
a
He's-
baby involved.
There's a baby involved. And then as he's like coming out of that room, his sister Eloise corners him and goes, "You need to stop looking at Penelope's breasts, you perv."
Yes, Eloise. Yes. Famous friend, best friend of
Best
Penelope.
friend,
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
her. So clearly he's not being subtle about it. Like the
No.
siblings have started to catch on. That night he has another dream.
God damn it.
She's on top of him. It's like super slow and loving, and it's like him being in awe of her and worshiping her body and like her
Love.
fertility and her like her power. But then he does suck on her nipple and milk does come out. How do we feel?
I feel
I feel
scandalized.
I feel
and
scandalized.
So happy.
I don't necessarily find it hot. I just find it to be a very natural extension of this kink.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that I would ever seek out, but like reading it, I was like, yeah, okay, I see why this would be hot for the exact same reason that the rest of it is hot. I just had never thought about it before.
Well, it's like, okay.
Kim, go for whatever you want to say.
Go
here.
for it, Kim.
There is like this.
I'm gonna personally
never
say
gone.
no comment.
Good.
No
I'm
comment.
gonna say I'm gonna use one of my vetoes.
Wow,
That
you've never vetoed.
I'm gonna veto and say
veto.
no comment
You
on
don't-
this moment. Go
Not
on.
on this moment. Okay.
All right.
I feel like I don't know what would happen if milk came out. I don't know what would happen if I would like that or not.
Oh, I can comment on that.
The
No.
sloppy,
And I
like
think
the sloppy like, and this is not like a. I don't want to infantilize
like
this or
sloppy
anything.
yabos. Like what?
Stop. But like the sloppy, like sucking
Yeah.
version of that, like a baby has, like that part I get.
Yeah.
The milk, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I don't know what I,
I
would
think
do.
that's fair. And I think
don't
this
think that I would. I
definitely-
don't think it'd be like it takes me out of it.
Are you
but I'm
saying?
like-
Are you saying as a person right now, as a woman right now who is not pregnant, if milk came out, you'd be like, what the fuck?
You don't know if you would find it hot or not. No.
Like
don't know.
I think I
I'm
would be like.
I'm.
Although
like,
it is a
I'm
thing
down
that
for the ride.
it is known that if you
if a duck gets clogged.
as a non-pregnant person, if you stimulate a breast enough, and you
try.
no, I have not. No, I have not.
But you can make it.
You can make it.
Yeah.
You can make it milk.
And I think that
You
this
can make it milk.
This definitely like
Hashtag
kind
make
of
it milk.
crosses.
milk.
I think this sex dream crosses us from breeding kink into pregnancy kink because
Into pregnancy and also just breast play.
because
Yeah.
she's lactating, which would normally be something that would be happening when you're pregnant. So he finds that attractive. So I think it's on that line.
I don't hate it. That's my.
I don't hate it
rating.
either. I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it either.
I don't
It
hate
goes
it.
into like the kink of. There's a whole separate kink of like nursing.
Yeah.
Like adult nursing relationships or breastfeeding, like whatever they're called, breastfeeding relationships or something.
Well,
there's like a whole acronym. It's like a AB.
It's like
something.
little play as well. Like
Age play. Which also, but if it's only age play if I've read up on so many kinks. It's only age play if like you are or like the person sucking is actually infantilized and not just saying mommy, but being like treated as the baby or treated as. So if it's just a like, yes, mommy, that doesn't go to age play. It dips its toe, but not really.
And I don't think that's what's happening here. I think it's like an extension of him just being attracted to her fertility.
Yes.
And
he's been obsessed with her breasts the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Which we all are.
Which we all are.
Yep.
We're all.
There's a reason I asked you to describe these characters before we got into it.
Please at me.
So he finally, after this dream, he kind of successfully avoids her for like a week.
Sure.
But then he kind of finds that the more he doesn't see her, the more he like misses her, the more the dreams happen.
Oh.
And so he kind of gives up and invites her to brunch. And he's like, we need to talk about this. Let's have
We
brunch.
gotta have some mimosas, bitch.
Let's go for a mimosa.
Now we switch into her POV.
Okay, good.
So we're at brunch. And she's just sitting across from her best friend and is like, he's so nervous. And I don't know why he's so fucking nervous. And she asks what's wrong. And he says, I haven't been sleeping. I need to ask you a favor.
Can I touch your boobs?
And she goes, of course, like we're best friends. Whatever you need, I do any favor for you. And he says, quote, I was wondering if you might consider letting me fuck you and pretend that I am trying to get you pregnant. Please.
Okay, but I love it.
Straightforward fucking communication, man.
I love that.
Yep, that's a friend.
If I was invited to brunch
yes.
and a man with one of my best friends.
A man you've known your whole life.
But he's that's the thing that makes it less weird for me.
Because he's
saying it real fast, and he's like, obviously, like I don't really know where this is coming from, but I had to get this off my chest.
I don't know why. I think the fact that it's in a public place makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
I would be like, if you're gonna, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My first reaction is no.
Here, allow me to
like
continue,
10,
and we'll see if it
me would
continue.
Be on that
we'll
page.
see if it gets better.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is so confused by this.
Can I fucking please?
She does not. She does not know what to say. And so he continues and he says he's been having sex dreams about getting women pregnant. He does not say her. And she's like, because he's a fucking liar. And he says he wants to get it out of his system. He thinks that he just wants to experience this kink to like kind of get it out of here. And would she help? And she says, why me? And he says, it's a really intimate thing to do with a stranger. And I trust you. And he goes,
I don't like it now because he's lying.
Yes,
I famously don't like liars.
And he goes, quote, you'd be really helping me out, Pen.
No, you lost me.
He lost me at
he
the
lied.
end.
I think to say that it's about other women and then to go to your best friend who you've never had a sexual thing with before.
Yeah.
Like personal, we've never talked about it or we've never acted on anything, even if there was feelings. Like, I feel like after 7 years abroad and you probably were fucking everyone across the world, like you have game. Go play it.
I know, but he trusts her.
No, but he's just a
you can
fucking
hire
trusts
people for
her
that.
with this intimate
no,
thing.
but that's the thing is that it's not about the other people. It's about her, and it's the lying thing, and it's the fact that
we know it's about her.
He's a fucking coward.
Yes.
I'm thinking from her POV where I'm like,
Yes,
why the
of
fuck
course.
are you coming to? As
I
as
agree
the
with
reader, I understand it.
But that's not what she does because she's been in love with him forever.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has been desperately trying to tamp down her feelings for him since they were children.
yeah.
So she does it. I volunteer.
So
That's true.
she basically goes, okay, I'm not judging you, but like, what exactly are you picturing here? And he's like, well, we wouldn't use condoms. We would get tested to make sure that everything's okay. And she's like, okay, but what would you want me to do? And he's like, well, I would want to like talk during it and have you say that like you want me to come inside you and you want me to get you pregnant and I want to like pretend that we're in this kind of loving relationship where this is a thing that we're doing for each other. And she like
Okay,
can't
so this is
breathe.
getting hot again. Okay.
Yeah, she can't breathe. She's like, oh wait, I'm turned on by this. I was not
Okay,
expecting to be
okay.
turned on by this. And she's kind of staring at him across the table. They're interrupted by the waiter coming to take their orders because of course they are.
You just have brunch at home.
Such a real thing. But when they're kind of getting ready, when the waiter leaves, she says, I don't want to screw up our friendship. I don't want to make this weird. And he says, I understand, but I'm asking because of our friendship and because I trust you so much. And she's like, you know what, Colin, I trust you too. I'll help you out with this.
Okay.
Yeah. And he has a very strong reaction to that. Like she says,
Oh,
yeah, she says, I'll do it. And he exhales very deeply. So he goes like, and she realizes how carefully he's been kind of controlling himself the whole conversation. And she likes that.
Okay.
Like she likes that she's kind of flustered
I'm
him.
into this again.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
This
goes,
is a real roller coaster for me.
Oh, yeah.
I got into it after then when he was like, I want you to pretend to do this, because then there's the whole like, oh, they're gonna start as like, oh, we're pretending, and then it's gonna become real.
Yeah.
maybe it
Kind
will,
of.
Kim.
Yeah,
Maybe
but is he
it
going to
will.
kill someone?
But is it gonna kill someone?
She goes home. She masturbates furiously to the idea
Sure.
of him being like holding himself together when really all he wants is her.
Love. Love.
Yes. The
That-
next day, just like Emily would, she sits down with a notebook and a pen and Googles breeding kink because she wants to do research and know what she's getting herself into.
Oh my God, I'm pretty sure. Emily, did you
Am I
write
wrong?
Am I?
Did you drunkenly write this?
I wish.
And you just renamed Jess a different name?
I wonder if these people met me and they're like, we should base Penelope. That's so funny.
Yeah. And
Also,
she-
how dare you read me for filth like that?
I'm here for it.
Em's reading.
After I went into age play, breast kink, I was like, I know some
I don't
kinks.
want to
Yeah.
talk about it. But she like learns through her Googling that this is a super intimate, like claiming thing.
Sure.
And she's just thinking like, this is really inconvenient because I've been trying to distance myself from my feelings for this
Yeah.
man. And now we're going to do this really intimate thing. And she learns that
This is very good. This is very true to their characters.
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
She
I
learns,
do like that.
She learns that some of the fun is the risk of pregnancy and kind of playing with that,
Yes.
which is surprising to her, but like not a bad thing. She's like, personally, I don't want kids yet, but maybe someday. But good to know that like that's not what he's trying to do with me.
Yes. Yeah.
But then-
Allegedly.
But then she keeps reminding herself, this isn't really about me. Like I'm helping a friend. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. This is a really vulnerable thing that he's told me about.
Sure is.
And he trusts me so much. But she's like really turned on because she's like, he's given me a lot of power over him by asking me to do this.
Honestly,
and I kind of
though,
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she starts to masturbate again, to him like begging to be able to come inside of her and like and like the power that she has over him from that, but also like the power of her doing him this favor and just like the power dynamics of it all she's really into. They have dinner the next day to talk logistics, and she brings a list of questions in her notebook. They talk about testing, they talk about safe words, they talk about limits. Excellent.
Great.
Then they talk about scheduling. And she's like, oh,
This is Jessica.
This is me. And she goes, oh, like
send you a doodle.
I have like Sunday afternoon, or I have like, oh, after work on Tuesday I could do. And he like freezes and he goes, no, we need a full weekend.
Whoa.
And she's shocked by that. She's-
Elena.
I know. And she's like,
have
what
a
do you
life.
mean? I know. And he goes, even if we're not, he like kind of is like, oh, like, it's clear he didn't quite mean to say it that way, or to get so intense about
Clear
it.
your weekend.
Clear your weekend. And he's like, well, even if we aren't having sex the whole time, it'll feel weird if we like have sex and then don't hang out afterwards.
Oh,
Like,
that's nice.
we should just
Okay.
plan to like be
That's
hanging
cute.
out all
Oh
weekend.
my God. A man who wants to see you after sex.
Isn't that great?
Emily.
The dream.
Single girl summer. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't. You know, there's a camera, so they know you're not kidding.
That sounded so bad.
Sounded a little-
Okay.
it's fine. But then she does say, she's like, okay, listen, I'm happy to do this for you. All of this sounds
Okay.
good so far,
Okay.
but I am still a little bit uncomfortable with the idea of you coming inside of me.
Sure.
I like. I think it might be a no, but is it okay if I make a quote game time decision? Like, can I just tell you on the day if I'm
Game
comfortable?
time.
I love that. Feel
Yeah,
it
me
out.
too.
He's disappointed. He's disappointed,
Feel it
but quote, "Look, yeah, I'm disappointed, but far be it from me to tell you that you have to let me come in you." He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
And a scholar.
And then the last thing they talk about is she's like, okay, so like, what's the vibe you want? And he's like, I want it to be like peaceful and like sweet, and I want you to be in a white gauzy like
Nice.
like
Yeah,
nightgown.
nice,
like I
nice,
want it to be
nice.
very pure and lovely. And they like kind of stare at each other for a minute, and all of this is happening while they're having like a picnic in the park, because why not?
Wait, I thought they were at brunch.
No, this is
No,
this is the next.
This
Sorry,
is the
this is the
logistics
next-
meeting.
this
She
is
went
the
home,
logistics.
researched, came back.
Came back.
Logistics.
There's
Research.
yeah. They like he's like describing the vibe, and then for a minute they like stare at each other, and then he pulls the picnic basket in front of him, and she's like thrilled, and she goes, "Are you hard?" And he goes, "Ugh, don't talk about it. Just give me a second." And she's like, "That's so embarrassing for you."
That's
And
funny.
He
That's
says
funny.
he says, "Oh, so you're not wet?" And lifts up an eyebrow, and she's like, "Oh, well."
Oh yeah, the eyebrow, the Colin Bridgerton eyebrow.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Come on, Penelope, tell me you're wet." And then there's banter, and she ends up calling him a little shit, and he says, "You like it though," and
That's fun. That's fun.
And she like stares at his eyes, and then kind of like nods and is bashful about it.
So like this.
yep, yep. And that's when she realized that this is a really bad idea, and she's not going to do anything to back out of it. But it's a really
Yeah.
bad idea.
Don't look at me like that. I'm having a nice time and you're ruining it.
So the next day, she's like packing her things. She's like getting ready for this weekend, and she's kicking herself because the like "Are you wet?" conversation derailed her from asking her last two questions.
What were they?
The first one, and the one that is bothering her the most, was if the fantasies aren't specifically about her, did he ask her because she's a bigger girl and therefore he can imagine her pregnant a little bit easier?
Sure.
And
Interesting.
she'd had this intrusive thought, and she started to kind of fixate on it, and she's like kicking herself. She's like, fuck, I wish that I would have asked it to just get it out of
the
my
way.
system.
Yeah. Also, like, aside from that, like, are you just asking me because like it's like, oh, practice for other people,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. And so it's starting to bother her a little bit. So what does she do? She drunk dials him about it.
Sure.
She goes out with her friend. She gets really drunk.
And we're back on Emily now.
We're back on
All right.
Emily.
We're back on all of us, please.
Yeah.
We all would have
Actually, we're back on Kim right now.
We
We're
are both of you.
Dare you?
So she drunk dials him. He doesn't pick up the phone. He does call back when she's at home and sober.
Oh, thank God.
Boo.
Well, he
a
knew.
little bitch.
He knew, right, that she was out drunk.
No, he didn't know.
Oh.
He just like was busy, and she like had the
fuck is he
courage up
doing?
and called him when she was drunk, and then he doesn't call back until she's sober, and she's
Gotcha.
like, okay, I have to have this conversation that I was not planning to have when I was sober. After some banter, she just comes out and asks, and he like gets very serious, and he's like, no, I'm super attracted to you, and I asked because of that and because of our trusting friendship relationship.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Okay,
And they
let's
start like
go.
kind of flirting on the phone while she gets ready for bed.
Okay.
And then she says, well, what if we do all this prep and there's no chemistry between us? Like, what if it doesn't, like, what if we don't have good sex? Because we're just friends. And he scoffs. Everyone do what you think a scoff is.
Kim, you go first.
No, you go first. Yeah, that's kind of.
I think it's like it's in the back of the throat. This is the for the people just listening. That's the worst.
They're having a great time.
No, a push is like a push.
A scoff is like,
A scoff is a sound.
Got
A
some
push
phlegm.
has like a
phlegm
scoff.
to
A
it.
scoff has phlegm.
Yep.
Question that I don't know if you're getting to or you already
Yeah.
said. Is the week for some reason I had it in my mind like we need a full weekend, like we're renting an Airbnb. I don't
actually know.
okay. For some
don't
reason I was
remember.
like
Does
we
he
need a
have his
neutral
own-
place.
Is he staying at his parents' house?
Yes, because he's a traveler.
Is he
Oh,
a
but she
traveler?
has her own place.
She
Does
has her
she
own
have
place, so I think it's either her. It might be in my notes later, but I pictured it as like they get a hotel room.
Okay,
Is-
yeah.
Also, is she a virgin?
No,
Okay.
Is he
Jay
a
won-
virgin?
And well, we know
No.
it's not
we know
really
it's not.
mentioned, so I am assuming no.
Because
both have
isn't
some- yeah,
that
yeah.
in the show? Like, isn't she?
That's
a
a
virgin?
whole
Yes,
thing.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they're talking on the phone. She's like getting ready for bed. She's like, "What if there's no chemistry?" He scoffs, and he's like, "There's no way it would be like that." And she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I can prove it to you if you want. And she's like, she's like, where? Like at the family barbecue tomorrow?
I think I have some photos.
And he says, no, I can't wait that long. And then there's a knock at her door.
Oh my God.
And she opens the door and he's leaning hand on door frame.
I am
leaning against the door frame.
Are they still, well, wait, how are they, wait.
He like, as they were talking and like having banter, he got in the car and like went over to her.
But could he walk with the boner?
Giant boner. I mean,
He waddled.
it was, he waddled over. He's
So what do you think?
I'm ecstatic.
Hand on the door frame, like kind of leaning down, smirking.
Hot.
Sure.
She opens the door. He just leans down and kisses her.
Oh.
Is a really good kiss.
Oh, I like that.
It's a really good kiss.
Squee.
And he tries to stop kissing her, going like, we have a whole plan. And he's like, wait. She's like, screw the plan, and kisses him again. But then he's like, no, we need to wait until this weekend. And as he leaves, he pecks her on the cheek and says, chemistry. And then they leave.
What a little bitch.
I need you in white gauzy stuff.
What
I'll be back
a little
later.
bitch.
Penelope,
That's so annoyingly charming.
I know, it's so charming.
That is very
so
charming.
annoyingly charming.
Mm-hmm.
I
Also,
hate him.
like the preservation to be able to if you've been wanting this woman, you kiss her. She's clearly like, please stay.
Yeah.
Goes, no.
No.
Like that is some. That's
have a
some good.
plan.
That's some good like policing. Some good self policing.
Some boundaries.
I think I should have said.
Yes.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes. So the weekend is almost ready. The only thing she needs to do is get this fucking white dress, and she's obsessing over it, and she like thinks way too hard about it. She finally finds the one that she knows is perfect. She like sees it online.
Daddy Bezos.
It's like a woman in a field, like with a
the dress is killing it for me a little.
Yeah. But she puts it on. She knows it's perfect. She feels comfortable. It's like light and airy. And she's like, I feel a little bit like a princess, but like a princess who's about to get railed.
Princess Railums.
She's in the nightgown. So I think it is at her apartment.
Okay. Save some money.
Yeah.
Do it at one of our houses.
Yeah. He knocks on the door. She opens it. They both kind of like scan each other.
Hot.
They both take a breath at the same time. He steps forward, grabs her waist, and kisses her.
Okay.
And she feels all of her anxiety just leave.
Okay. Fun.
He picks her up, Emily.
Oh my God, I love a good pick 'em
How?
up.
Like
Legs around the waist?
legs
or
around the waist.
Love.
Carries her to the bed.
Like bridal style? Sometimes I'm like, I don't
A
know.
little much,
There's
little
a
weird.
time and a
No.
place. Legs around the waist means we need to get going.
Still kissing.
Let's
walks her to the
go.
bedroom.
Let's go.
Gets on the bed. Arranges her so he's like sitting and she's straddling him.
Okay.
He immediately buries his face in her chest. Typical.
Typical.
He's
He's like, I've been thinking about those boobies.
yes.
For all
we just had 4
long.
chapters where he was obsessed.
The way you said that. Like you look at
Typical.
buried to be typical.
Yep. Typical.
It was like the look and
Emily.
then
Typical.
Emily, have you ever?
let's keep going. Let's keep going.
He starts just like going to town on her boobs over the dress.
Oh.
So the fabric
Okay,
is
that's
getting
hot,
wet.
That's hot. That's hot.
And she
It's
just
getting
got this off
see-through.
Amazon. This is cheap.
but it was for this
I know, but that's the point. The point of
That's
it
the point
being
of the dress.
The point of it being like wet and gauzy is that it can get like a little
Yes,
see-through.
yeah.
So it gets a little see-through. She does the begging for his cum thing so she can have his baby, etc., etc.
etc.
He like stops and kind of like leans back and like takes her in and he's like, I want to see what you look like before I ruin you.
Oh.
Thank you, Kim.
No, I hated that, Kim.
I wrote, gonna take all my cum, gonna carry our baby, etc., etc.
Love it.
You're mine. You belong to me. You're going to carry our child. and then she makes a game time decision.
I bet I know what it is.
Colin, don't leave me. Don't pull out.
Yeah.
And he's so happy. And he
That's
comes
always the
immediately.
game time decision.
Yeah.
GTC?
When are you going to do a breeding kink and not like
game
fucking
time.
come in
Right,
someone? I
right.
don't know.
Come on, what's the point?
Does she have an IUD? She's fine.
She's
That's
fine. She's on the pill.
She's on the pill.
He comes
Live
for he ejaculates for a comically long time in that they both comment on it while it's still happening.
Oh my God.
She's like, this is wow. You were really excited. And he goes, yeah, I was really excited. Let's not talk about
Well,
it.
I think it's more, I was really excited.
exactly. And then, so then it happens. And he like pulls out, and then she says that she's trying to keep it inside of her so that he can like savor the moment and like look. And he tears up and is so emotional. And it's like, she's doing this for me.
I'm out.
She's
out.
doing this because she cares about me.
I'm deceased.
I'm
He
out.
cries.
And he like gets so excited, and he like gets a pillow and like puts it under her butt so that she's like on display.
It's
for
like
him.
kind of cute.
And then he eats her
No.
out while thinking about how much he loves her and how perfect she is, and that he just came inside of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better.
That's-
Are we back
that's
on board?
The part.
We're
yeah.
back on board.
That's the part. I'm just.
Yeah,
I
wipe the
think that
tears away. Don't let me see that.
He's
Let's
like
go.
so happy. He's like, oh my god, she's
The
a
fact
freak
that
like
it's
me.
that it comes from I don't know. Men getting emotional is always great.
It's,
so that's
yeah.
fine.
Agree to disagree. I'm kidding.
And then let me read you this
Emotions
quote.
are correct. I love them.
Let me read you this quote because it made me giggle. Quote, she smiles up at the ceiling, happy and glowing because she just came. And that's when Colin realizes that it's not just his cum that's hers, it's all of him.
Oh, that's so schmaltzy, and I love it.
They have sex again. It's like nasty. And he's like laying on top of her and it's very slow.
Now she's in.
While they're doing it, he goes, I have to tell you something.
Oh my God, what do you have?
I lied about why I asked you to do this
Thank
with
God.
me. They're like mid-sex. Her heart drops.
What position are they in?
They're in missionary, and he's
Classic.
like on top of her, and it's
Typical.
very close,
Typical.
and very like grindy.
Okay.
if that- yeah. Her heart fucking drops, and she's like, "Which part was the lie?
Yeah.
What do you mean?"
Yeah,
You got
more detail.
More. Say it
Yeah.
all at once. Don't pause.
And he goes, "It wasn't just random women. It was you that I was having dreams about.
Okay.
And I just couldn't move past it. And I thought this might do it, but I'm realizing now that I'm an idiot." And she goes, "Yes, you are an idiot."
Yeah.
you are.
And he's like, and then I assume this is after sex. Yes. He says he wants this to be real for them. And will she be with him and help him start a life here and settle down? LOL. And
don't love this part.
she confesses that she's also been into him for forever. And he's like, "Are you sure? Like, this isn't just the fantasy talking?" And she says, "No, is it for you?" And he says, quote, "No, it's none of those things. This, my love, is post-nut clarity."
That's
These
funny.
writers are phenomenal.
These
They're
writers
so
are
fucking
killing
good.
it. They're making me go like this so much.
Yeah.
Like,
But, like, that's what I think they want.
And I mean, like, it's not hard to make me good. Well, actually, sometimes it is.
No,
But
I'm
if
just
people are,
really
like,
funny.
She's just you guys are just funny.
Yeah.
But it like that's funny.
It's very
good.
funny.
That's funny.
The post nut clarity.
No, my dear. It's just
Post-nut clarity.
No, my dear.
After he says post-nut clarity, she cries because she's so happy that they're going to be together forever.
I'm out.
She doesn't laugh at all.
She laughs a little, but then
Okay.
she's like, "Oh my God, we're going to be together."
So here's what I'm seeing is post-nut clarity.
Wait, that's exactly how I would respond.
That's how Emily would
I'd be like,
respond too.
No, it's
Clear
not.
out.
I would go, "Oh, okay," and I get up and I start putting my clothes on.
No, that's not a put on. The
I had a
clothes
great
time. That's not. We need to go over when the put on the clothes times are.
And then it honestly, it kind of
not clarity.
it just kind of like there's a bunch of sex. They keep having sex. It ends
Good.
with them starting to go another like a fourth round, and insane things are said about wanting to come inside of her.
Okay,
What,
fun,
what,
fun.
Like what?
I didn't write it down.
dare you.
You got to pick. You got to read it yourself
Yeah.
if you want to know.
Send it to me.
Honestly,
And then it
I might
ends.
because this is hilarious.
And they
That's
live
great.
happily ever after.
So it was all pretty
great.
much one sex scene.
yeah,
That's fun.
well, and a
One-
bunch of dreams.
and a bunch of
a
dreams,
bunch of
Yeah.
dreams,
and
but one
masturbation.
sex- I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, that was very fun.
And I go because again, I know like historically you hate Colin and Penelope.
Yeah.
Stories, fan fiction stories.
Yeah.
So like this was
fun because I
This
think
was fun.
a lot of why I don't necessarily like Colin and Penelope
'Cause
is
of the purity.
stuff
Yes.
a lot of the time, and
Yeah.
this was not that. This
Yeah.
was just horny and fun.
Yeah.
And the game that I have is not really a game; it's more a question. It's we covered a lot of aspects of Breeding Kink here. What was your least favorite part of this, and what was your favorite part of this?
Well, I've already said my least favorite.
Was the nipple thing?
No,
it was
it's like
when
the name. It's like the dad. It's like the labeling
Husband
of
and wife.
It was when he
not
cried.
that. You know what? It's not husband and wife. It's daddy, mommy, and like a good wife. But I think it's the more I think about the good wife part, it does change because I have read books where I know the tone is like more rough.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
you're
that's
my
what
wife.
he was. That's
my wife.
that's what I pictured. Yeah, that's my wife.
That's my wife.
I think, yeah.
So those were probably my least favorite. Let me think about my favorite while you talk about
Yeah,
yours.
my least favorite, I feel like, is the end, the insinuation that they're going to actually have a family.
Yeah,
I think that's my least, because I feel like it's so much of a part, because like I feel like I would have liked it if it was like, yeah, you'd stay here, but like neither of us wants kids.
Yeah.
So like we're not gonna have kids, but we still have this crazy little kink that we got, and I think that's the part that I don't necessarily like is that it will come to fruition, because then it's not a fantasy anymore. It's like, oh, that's actually just like what you want in life.
and I should clarify. At no point is he actually like, oh, we're gonna have a baby. It's more like, oh, I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna settle and be with her.
No, exactly,
Yeah.
and I like that. I think that, and this isn't anything. I think it was perfectly written for the characters. I'm not saying that it was a bad end to the story. I think that makes the most sense for that situation. It's just something that I wouldn't want. That's just the part that I would be like, oh.
Yeah, a little
but
bit.
for those two characters, that's the perfect ending for them. They're not gonna fucking just like be whatever, that they love you, they want that life.
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite would be. Or do you have a least favorite and favorite part?
Least favorite part is probably the nightgown. It just does. It just doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't like the purity thing, and that to me was the closest we got in this fic to
the purity culture.
To the like, oh, you're so pure, you're so innocent, you're so sweet. I'm gonna like defile you. Like that just doesn't do it for me. And then favorite, not necessarily favorite breeding kink moment, but loved the showing up at her house to kiss her.
That was
Showing
great.
Love that. And then I guess if we're talking more on the breeding king side of things, I did love the like just like the sweetness of it almost. Like I felt like his fantasy was very like worshipful and very like in awe.
She respected it.
Yeah, and a lot of like his dreams was like him like looking up at her and being in awe of her and her stretch marks and like her body. And I did love.
I do like that.
I love that.
I do like that.
I really like that.
Yeah. I think
I might take that too, because a lot of it meshed into one another as well. Sure. And as I was hearing them, I was having reactions, and then hearing the whole story, the story as a whole, it does make you think about some parts differently, and it makes me react to some parts differently. So like the picnic scene or the brunch scene, when it's just like straight communication, in the moments I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to be you do this in private, and then I'm like no, you know what, you can have a conversation like that, because I've had conversations, I mean not like that, but like,
I mean we're having this conversation and it's gonna go out to like 100,
but we're in my house.
But
we're in my
not
house.
At brunch right now.
We're not at brunch.
The brunch is really the thing.
We finished the rosé. We're fine.
I think that's a good point though, because it is more about the big picture, because it's like when he started crying, my immediate was like, that's weird. But then I was like, oh, but the reason why he's crying is because of this. And it was very worship and take you as you are. And like,
that still makes me feel kind of weird.
Communication.
Yeah.
Because like, and they have a relationship. Now with the
idea,
two fuckers from your story,
the idea of the crying,
I don't
the idea and the bigger picture of the crying for him, I do get and understand, and I don't mind. In the moment, if I've just had sex with someone and I'm like, oh, let me like, push, like, do you want to look? And he's like, yes. I'd be like, oh.
All his dreams
said it, I don't think.
See, that's the thing. I think I would kind of like it because I'm like, oh my God, I have this man in the palm of my hands.
Yeah.
Which is what her, like, appreciation was.
I think I also, if I see someone crying, I'd be like, what did I do wrong?
Oh,
or like, how do I comfort
but if
you?
he's smiling.
Like,
he's like looking at your vagina,
like I think it
sobbing with joy.
Okay, well, that's too much. I don't want that. I don't want anyone crying in my vagina.
I would love to be worshipped. I don't want tears splashing down there.
And like, if it was a single tear, that'd be cute. I don't want a full like.
You got to think of the pH levels and
don't drown my vagina.
No,
I already had one time where someone threw water on my vagina, so I don't.
Kim,
Don't.
Wow.
You didn't know that? I've told you
I-
that story.
I've heard this story so many
I've
times.
heard this
know.
story so many times. I just didn't know you were going to tell it on the podcast.
I told it at my show. Why wouldn't I
That's
tell
true.
it on the
That's
podcast?
true.
That's fair. Honestly,
Apologies.
it's fair.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love, love.
Yeah. Cry, come scoop.
Never say
You got to
that
scoop.
again.
You got to get a scoop.
Ever.
Little scoop.
Based off of the research that we talked about earlier,
okay.
Can you rate our stories out of 5 raccoons in trash cans, breeding kink wise?
Yeah.
Not like what I like.
It could be what you
I mean,
like.
you could do that too.
Genuinely follow your heart.
I mean, like, I think that,
Yeah, honestly,
I don't
follow
know.
your heart.
I feel like my idea of what a breeding kink was like probably a 4 out of 5 for your story. Because that like just
mine,
aligned.
Jessica's.
Yours, Jessica's.
Yeah, some people aren't watching this.
I
You have
forgot.
to-
And like yours is like, I feel like it used, I don't know. The trust is a big thing. So I think it's like a 2 or 3 for
Fair.
Emily.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that a big part of the breeding kink is just like the trust. And I'm like, it makes so much more sense for friends to be doing that more. I know that there's strangers who do this.
Yeah.
But like, that is not what it
That's not what it is for
is
you.
for
when
me,
you think of
where
it.
I'm just
Well,
thinking
they
about
weren't
it.
strangers. They were
But,
old
like,
lovers.
They
a
were
second
old
chance
lovers.
romance, if you
it
will.
was a second chance romance. I just wanted a little bit more of them like getting to know each other
Yeah, that's
before
fair.
they
Some
just like
softness
jumped
and-
in.
Well, I think this was a very successful part 1 of 3 for
Yeah.
Breeding
Part
Kink.
1 of 3.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
I feel tired.
Yeah.
This was so much. I think as a reader who has consumed a lot of breeding stuff, I'm more comfortable with monster and omegaverse stuff. I think it's
it's a
just
little
more fun.
heightened and
Yeah,
fun.
it's
Yeah,
more
I get
heightened. It's
that.
more fun. It's not realistic.
Bring me a monster.
I mean, buckle up for next week with
Oh, yeah.
monsters. I
Oh, yeah.
have a weird, intense one that is nothing like what I just did.
I can't wait for mine.
Ooh, okay.
I cannot wait. So we'll see you next week
Yep.
with Breeding Kink Part 2.
Monsters.
Monsters.
okay, so this is in another one. Monster. I get to hear about the monsters.
Oh, yeah, babe.
Yeah, you get different stories every time.
You're coming back 3 times. It's in the
no,
Google
I
calendar.
I understand.
We
that
have
it-
confirmed the
booked
date.
this.
I understand, but I thought that you were doing like another episode with someone else about monsters.
No.
No,
Monster breeding.
breeding.
Your
Kink.
monsters.
Great. I love
Monsters
it.
These are
specifically-
your monsters.
These are my monsters.
Monsters that want to breed.
You
Yeah.
know what? We're all monsters that want to breed.
And in the meantime,
We're just 2 raccoons.
talking about
The best trash in town.
Bye. Femmes Reading Filth is hosted, produced, and edited by Jessica Mole, Emily Barujan, Andrea Yuthmant, and Ben Oxshire. Intro music is by Tom Lair. Outro music by David Reddick. You can find and support us on Patreon and follow us on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and TikTok at Femmes Reading Filth. Thank you for listening. Bye.